we're good.
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Welcome to Bussin' With The Boys, episode 377.
Respect the sevens!
Respect the sevens. As always, we are presented by the number one sportsbook in America, the FanDuel Sportsbook. Ladies and gentlemen, we are inching closer and closer to the 2026 NFL Draft, and you already know we're going to get into it. But if you think you know how the night's going to play out, you've seen the cards, you've had the visions, you've peered into the crystal ball, and you know that your big board is the big board. FanDuel is here to help you cash in. FanDuel's got a ton...
Sorry, work through it. You're good.
FanDuel's got tons of markets cooked up just for the NFL Draft. From the first wide receiver taken, feel free to add your pick, to the number 2 overall pick, feel free to add your pick, and everything in between. Plus, you can parlay those picks together for even bigger payouts. And once the first round is complete, maybe you feel juiced up about your squad because you got the steal of the draft. Take a look at some futures markets and see how you feel about your win total. No matter how you play it, FanDuel is the place to be when your team is on the clock. Just head to FanDuel.com/bussin' to get started. We're here, boys. Draft week. If you're new here, hey, Miami, we got Mario Cristobal on the podcast. If you're a Miami Hurricane tuning into the boys, welcome to Bussin' With The Boys. Just a couple old ball players.
Couple of washed up guys.
That never
the dream alive.
That never stop being teammates.
That's it.
And in the draft this week, we got undrafted, we got drafted, we got the combination of everything to where this is locker room talk. The locker room never closed on this show. We keep the locker room open on Bussin' With The Boys. We're going to dive into some draft stuff, maybe some draft stories. We're going to talk about Mario Cristobal and what we did this past week, last week at the University of Miami. What else are we going to be touching on, boys?
We're hitting callbacks from the boys from the last episode that took place with Marcus Freeman and CJ Carr, and also hit a little tier talk because every single week the boys put out a little tweetski say, hey, use hashtag tier talk with the question below to get featured on the show. So if you're a Miami fan looking for a community, understanding, oh, damn, the locker room's still alive? I can be in it.
I can hang with the boys.
I can hang with the boys. You can leave a comment here to be featured on the callbacks, or when the tier talk comes out, you can just leave a little comment. And just like that, boys, there's no entry fee. All right, there's no dress code here. It's just community, locker room vibes, and love. Sherman, you have a question?
Quick addition to what y'all are talking about. New iteration that I've been seeing on Tier Talk. People are now commenting on previous episodes with the hashtag.
Are you kidding me right now?
That's the way to do it because we're scanning them all.
We love that.
It's evolving.
And don't sleep on Spotify. Spotify's got a comment section. Spotify's got a comment section. And we go to those every week. The boys are locked in on some Spotify comments. But great work getting the hashtag Tier Talk in our Bussin' With The Boys episodes. Also, Miami fans, we did the same thing. We're building community like Taylor was saying. Now in the community, if you enter the community, just know that last week we had Notre Dame week. So now we got Catholics, now we got
convicts
all together being for the boys,
right? But if you don't like being called convict, that wasn't us.
It's all good fun.
Well, it's all good fun.
We like to have fun on the show.
You don't like hearing convict. It's just part of the fun.
Yeah. We like to have fun on Bussin' With The Boys.
Because we know what, week 7, week 9? 8.
We're hoping 2 undefeated teams facing off South Bend, Indiana.
It has to take place. Yeah. And you know what? God let us happen. We'll be there. I didn't say that correctly, but we'll fucking be there. My brain wasn't working. Something about God. I knew we were going to be there. Right? Because it's in Notre Dame. Right, but we'll be there.
Hey, and the Shane episode, that one's dropping next week, right? I'm laughing because when he was busting our balls, he's like, you guys got to backlog as many as you can before we just start. Our brain starts failing.
Buddy, the CTE thing, I like to fight it. I like to get away from it. The minute I lose a little bit of sleep, that's where I really see it and start to keep peeking over. He starts to get over a little bit.
They got both teams undefeated. They're going to go.
God willing?
Battle.
God willing? They're going to come out here? You going to get us?
Two coaches.
Dude,
2 teams.
2 teams. 11 on each side. They're going to go. They're going to play. Hopefully we're there as well.
Wearing helmets, shoulder pads.
All right.
Let's just keep going. All right. That's enough.
2 different uniforms. All right. Dude, should we talk about FanDuel futures? The draft is this week. We will be in Pittsburgh this week for the draft. We're flying out Wednesday evening for all of this to go down. I know we saw a little about first wide receiver taken. Do you want to count to 3 and see who we think it's going to be?
Number 1 receiver taken.
Yeah.
Throw up the options.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Tate.
Your best, yeah. Tate's going to be your best option. He's going to be in the minuses.
Old boy from A&M.
No. Concepcion, probably not.
Yeah, but he wrote the letter.
He's
saying
nice,
I'm going to be
though.
the best in the
Yeah,
draft.
he's going to be the best in the draft.
Jordan
Tyson from ASU.
He's nice,
a
bro.
monster.
He's been a media darling this week too. He's been getting lots of love.
That's where people start to creep. This week is the best week because this is when all the House of Cards type of game strategy, people are going to start lying. Maybe they're not going to take Fernando Mendoza, even though they said they're going to take Fernando Mendoza. Type of shit's going to come out.
Oh, they're taking Fernando Mendoza.
They're taking Fernando Mendoza, no doubt. But this is where everyone starts to, well, are they though? Is the question mark?
Ty Simpson's been coming up in a lot of conversations. Are they going to make some sudden surprise at the end?
Yeah.
But FanDuel's telling us there's an over-under on Ty Simpson, whether he's going to go before the 28th pick or 28.5 is where the line is at.
Yeah.
So 28 and earlier or 29 and after.
And I believe,
and the over that beyond 28 is at minus 150. So there should be no surprises. There's going to be no surprise with him going over Fernando Mendoza.
When I think about draft predictions, I think about one man and the genius that came out of him, and it's Delanie Walker. And your bet with him last year. Shadur Sanders said he wouldn't make it to the top 3 rounds. I sat there while you were making the bet thinking, Will's got this thing locked. I don't have my phone. You don't actually have to.
No, but Delanie is a QB whisperer.
He kind of is, dude. He called Mac Jones. He called
Shadur Sanders.
Shadur
Sanders, he was like on the money. What do you say, 5th round?
Yeah. He called 5th round.
He was on. That was insane.
That's
the
what I'm
Mac
saying.
Jones take was nuts.
And that was a one-off Mac Jones conversation. Yeah, that's my dog. He's going to crush it this year. He's going to get an opportunity, and he's going to kill it. It's like, all right. Guess you're not a big Brock Purdy fan. All of a sudden, bang. He takes place, and there was conversations. People trying to ruffle some feathers down at the 49ers facility.
My boy, what up?
First ring, Mitch called. He said you were going to answer on the first ring. Delanie, we're sitting here on Bussin With The Boys, and we're trying to figure out where you think Ty Simpson is going to go or how soon he's going to get drafted. Right now, the line on FanDuel, the over-under is 28.5 pick. 28.5. So is he going to go?
That's the Alabama quarterback. Correct?
Alabama quarterback. People are saying maybe the Raiders get him over Mendoza. Not a lot of people, but there's a few out there. Dan Orlovsky says Ty Simpson's the better player, the better option, or the better quarterback. I could just be putting words in his mouth right there.
Yeah. I mean, God, that's going to be tough for me to say. I don't know if he's going to go over Mendoza.
You got Ty Simpson going in the first round or the second round?
That's a better question.
I got him going in the second round.
Okay, you guys heard it from Delanie Walker.
Why?
You know he don't know. He just got a feeling.
Yeah, he does. He woke up. Delanie, are you laying in bed right now?
Just off of what he started late. He was a beast though. Don't get me wrong, he was a beast. I just don't think. I think he's gonna go in the second round. That's good though. That's a good round to go in for him.
Yeah, that is second round's a good round.
It's a good round. Better than the third.
Yeah.
Way better than the fourth.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I didn't say he was gonna drop. But, I give you if he was gonna drop. He good.
All right, so there you go. FanDuel minus 150. Take the over on 28.5 on picks.
Minus 150.
Yes, sir.
All right, Delanie, we miss you. We love you. We appreciate you. You are the best. Your Supercross vlog was unbelievable.
I'll see you boys soon.
All right, bro. That's D right there.
That's
D Walk right there.
First ring, he's going to answer his phone. Whenever I called him for Supercross, it's like, hey, what up? What are you doing? Don't ship more stuff.
He's just ready, dude. Delanie is that type of friend. He's ready to answer the call. He's the whose car we taking guy.
Yeah, at all times.
At all times. He's the best kind of friend you could possibly have.
Yeah.
You got to have that guy in the chamber. That being said, I think he's wrong. I think Ty Simpson goes in the first round. And we did talk about it before. We talked about the Cardinals. They have the 3rd overall pick, but they also have the 34th pick. Love the idea. I don't know who brought up. This is not my original thought. But the idea of the Cardinals jumping in to the first round.
Yeah.
To snipe him. Similar to
Jackson Dart last year.
And I believe this was Lamar Jackson as well, correct?
You get that 5th-year option if you get the first-round pick.
Right, you get the 5th. You want to get the 5th-year option.
Lamar, right?
Yeah, but the Ravens didn't. The Ravens traded into the second round or the first round again with the Chiefs.
It's hard for me to believe that only one quarterback is going to go in the first round, knowing how teams operate.
Yeah.
Whether they trade up, they take guys too early, like people argue about J.J. McCarthy with the Vikings a couple of years ago. But every year, I feel like there's a surprise in the first round of a quarterback being taken higher than what they're projected to go.
Yeah. It's just such a premium. Supply and demand.
And knowing how old Dan Orlovsky talks about Ty Simpson, it seems like this kid's a dude.
Yeah. There's a lot of things about Danny O right now that I respect a lot about Danny O. There's things I'm not respecting about Danny O. Like bets. Like bets not being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Tough look for Danny O. A lot of people having a tough look with bets right now.
Not your only bet.
It's not my only bet. We'll get into that.
That helps us kick off callbacks from last week's episode. Again, last week we had on Marcus Freeman and CJ Carr. Awesome Notre Dame vlog that's out there right now. Check that out. The Miami vlog of us going to the Miami Hurricanes facility, that dropped last night on our YouTube channel. But this kicks off the betting for some callbacks here. We got one here from Mike Hawk _6969. This is on the YouTube channel. Mike Hawk.
Hell yeah.
I see what happened.
You guys are having fun.
What's crazy is I didn't even know what you guys were laughing about in the pre-production meeting.
Really?
Yeah.
747 over the head right there for a
when
second.
Sherm's like, it's not a burden of mine, it's just a guy having fun on the internet.
Yeah.
Like Mike Hawk. Like,
sounds like
is it the 69? Like, are we in middle school?
Yeah. Better. We're in high school. Go ahead. What's his
here we
callback?
go. Mike Hawk. Can we get an update on Taylor's bet with Kyle from NIL? Did bro flake on the puck bet? Did bro flake on the puck bet?
Can I just say one thing about Kyle? I like Kyle. I think Kyle's a good guy. Seems like a good businessman. Seems like a dude that really has kind of figured out the niche, the lane of YouTube and production and doing all the things.
Yeah.
That being said, I think he flaked on the bet. I think he flaked on the bet.
Have you had any comms with him?
Yeah.
Since the video, since the hockey game,
Right.
since USA took down Canada?
Let's look up how many days it's been since the Olympic gold medalist men's hockey game took place. I texted Kyle in March. I said, hey, buddy, things have kind of settled now. Let's get you on the list to come on Bussin' With The Boys. That's part of your bet. He has two things. One, he has to go to Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, with a USA hockey uniform on with a sign. This is Matt's words. Great job by Matt. I don't know puck. USA hockey is the best. That was one of the deliverables he had for our bet.
And Bussin' With The Boys is number one.
And Bussin' With The Boys is number one. Correct. It's been 57 days right now since February 22nd, which is when the gold took off. He had, is it 90 days?
Yeah, I think it was 90 days.
90 days. So we could be getting over our skis a little bit right now, right? 33 days away, 33 days away, excuse me.
He's got a month.
He's got a month. He's got a month and just a sprinkle of change to get it done. I text him in March. I'm like, hey, we got to get you on the books. Let's get it going. When's a good time for you? He's like, April is going to be great for me. That's when there's a good time. I was like, cool, I'll hit you in April. April comes. Send him a little text. Hey, how do you want this to work? Do you want me to put you in touch with my people, aka Jeremy Klump, and then you can put him, all the things.
Get some middlemen in there.
No response. And since then, it's been bone dry. And I know there's been a lot of back and forth with other guys in his world and all that. There's like some fighting. I don't care to get into that world. I don't care to get in the spat world.
All you have is your word at the end.
All you have, who you are as a man, right?
Yeah.
It's your word. That's number one. If you don't have that, what do you have?
And he told you April would be the best month. Awesome. I'll follow up in April. You followed up in April. Didn't respond.
Right.
And it's been crickets ever since. No.
I don't know how to digest that. Maybe you guys can help me, right? Go ahead, Sherm. You got something.
A beautiful parlay you could throw his way. Hey, our Independence Day is July 4th. That fits in those 33 days that you have remaining. Let's just do it on Independence Day. Give him a date out there. Does it?
It doesn't. That is not fit. That is not fit in the 33 days.
That's 2 months away.
That's 60 days away.
So that prank that I just pulled on you guys,
yeah,
everybody passed.
Oh, nice,
Especially Mitch. Especially Mitch. He was like, dude,
he's a mathematician.
He's full of
yeah, Mitch has always been the smart one.
Sherman's like pulling the joke here.
Yeah.
And I was.
I love that. So about digesting, how do we, what do we think about this? This is a community conversation right here. It doesn't have to be just me and Will. I just gave you guys the facts of what's taking place. I like to know where your guys' heads are at.
Is there a what if he doesn't?
I mean, there was literally a contract sent over per his legal team saying if the contract is not fulfilled, then it's a lifetime of ridicule from the other individual. So we might be a little ahead of it, but maybe there's a little kick in the ass we need. So, I mean, Matt, you were a part of this whole entire process. There's a microphone right there.
I made the contract and I was talking to his team and they were in on it and no words, my email, you. So I think we need to call him out on the internet. That's
I think this is what a place we're on right now. I think that's exactly what we're doing.
Or maybe you get physical.
I don't. You
Like,
don't
who
wanna
are
get physical.
you, bro? If you don't hold up,
Yeah.
the standard is the standard.
Yeah.
Give him a call.
Just go and pin him down.
Yeah,
Like
try
next
to
time
call
I see him, I pull him around. Like, you can come on or what?
Give him a call.
I don't have my phone. That's why you ordered the coffees.
If I have to come back,
Do you want me to
here-
go grab my phone real quick?
Yeah.
I'll grab my phone real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Willie, hold it down.
Taylor just gives him a little visit. You know, maybe they're in Vegas, and he sees him. Hey, if I have to come back here, and you don't fulfill this bet, or you saying I'm not a man of, if you're not a man of your word, what the fuck's it say about me? And if I have to come back here a second time, both these hands are gonna go around your neck, and we're gonna watch your soul leave your body.
And he goes, Red Rocks. And then Michael Chandler comes out. Let's get him. Bunch of UFC fighters.
Just pull some Sopranos. You got to go Sopranos. You know what I mean?
Or go boxer streamer boxing match.
We get Taylor so, worked up. Like, bro, what kind of man are you if you don't? You just gonna let him slide? Yeah. I know how I'd handle it.
Put your hands on him?
No, we're kind of just some inside ball talk.
Inside ball talk.
Inside ball talk. Like, we're gonna have to, what if we get in a situation where we're gonna have to get Taylor going? Like, hey Taylor, what does this say about you, man? Like, like we know how we'd handle the whole situation. But if you're gonna be a bitch, like,
Just bully me into beating up Kyle.
just seeing red.
Yeah. All right.
Taylor's in cuffs. Why'd you do that, bro? We weren't saying do that.
We were playing.
First ring's gone by. It's not a Delanie.
He's looking at your name right now and he's nervous because
He's
he hasn't responded to you.
What does this say about you if he doesn't answer?
Lewan's calling me, boys. I'm fucked.
Boys, what are we gonna do?
What do I say?
I don't know. I told him we do it, but I don't know what to do now.
We're fucked.
Steiny,
no.
what would you do?
I'd probably fucking do it.
Let's rip a dart ski.
How would you fucking do it?
If he doesn't answer, leak his number.
Oh no.
Let's get all of our fans in his phone.
Oh,
That sounds like
no.
the number got shut down.
Can't even leave a voice.
Can't even leave a voicemail.
Listen, let's get the vibes back up. This is a check-in here from Chad Jones, 01. Taylor, you're wearing a white t-shirt.
Well, this is just okay.
Moving on.
Let's just get out of there.
Hey, so we're not going to address the fact that he didn't answer. I think he was officially ducking.
Oh, he's ducking.
He
I think
is
the audience
ducking.
knows
All right,
that
the audience
Kyle
know,
Van Nuck
okay.
is ducking.
He said
He's a
ducking.
coward. But here we go from Chad Jones.
Okay.
Taylor, you're wearing a white t-shirt. Taylor, you good?
Yeah, man, everything's good. Everything's good. I went to literally 2 weeks ago. Went to Dick's Sporting Goods with my kids, and Wynn is officially in the fit phase. She's in the I mess with this fit, Dad. How about this fit? She's got a little Campanero in her the way she's talking about fits.
Mm-hmm.
Put a hat on, Dad. This completes the fit. They had all the different colors on and all that stuff. She had a shirt she loved with a cat and American flag, and it said Americat, and she thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I was just fired up. There was an American flag involved. Little nudge to her mom, like, hey, L for you.
Yeah, USA.
So in that process, I told him, I see you guys wearing a bunch of colors all the time. I'm gonna get more into it. Now I haven't worn a whole lot of color. It's white, but I'm working.
That's
through-
you. You're in your discomfort right now.
I'm in the discomfort range right now. I'm growing as an individual, getting away from the all black categories, and now I'm just diving in. Thanks.
You're
Thank
looking
you.
good. I told you that.
You're looking good.
Thanks,
bro.
guys. All right. Hell yeah. What kind of locker room we have here? We have a positive locker room taking place right now.
Hey, on the merchandise,
Go ahead. What you got?
we got our Mother's Day.
Come on,
drop out.
Terry, toss
We got
that
our
boy down
Mother's
this way.
Day drop out
Toss
right
that boy
now.
down this way. Yacht. That was a hell of a
Mother's
toss.
Day drop, fellas, for the men out there watching, because we know this is 98% men that are watching this podcast and consuming. Mother's Day is a month out. Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Did we drop these a little early? Were we a little quick on the trigger? I think we're all a little quick on the trigger sometimes. If you know what I'm saying.
In more ways than one, absolutely. One thing we're not quick on the trigger on is merch, though.
Yes.
Yes. We get in the middle of Spooktober and it's like, hey, you got to order your Spooktober merch.
Every male's brain, trigger.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is coming up. How do I take care of my mom? How do I take care of my wife? I got to do that. I got to add it to the list. But you continue to drive. You don't actually add it to a list. You forget because a lot of things happen and we're idiots and we forget shit.
Yeah.
This is a reminder right now to go right now, bwtb.com, and shop for your mom, shop for your wife, whatever it is. We got Milk Team 6 gear. We got For the Moms gear.
Love this one, by the way.
For the Moms, a little flower coloring going
drew
on
that?
here. I think
Rue drew that.
Rue drew that.
Yeah,
Rue drew that.
Pause the podcast. Go order.
Pause the podcast. Great, Mitch. Pause the podcast and go order for your mom or your wife right now.
Listen, can I just say one thing? I know we're on the merch stuff and the Mother's Day stuff. 2 weeks in a row, Mitch Carlos's been on a heater. 2 weeks in a row, Mitch Carlos's been on a heater. Pause the podcast. Go get it done. bwtb.com. I mess with this, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan of this.
They sell them in sweatshirt and sweatpants. A matching set.
Oh,
dude.
they got matching sets.
Matching set.
I see that there's also like a cropped hoodie. Chicks like to wear cropped hoodies. Tote bags.
Tote bags.
Wine glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee mugs.
Are you joking?
Not shitting you, bro.
Bro, if I could get Talon with that belly starting to pop out a little bit with our third child, I just told her, I was like, when you start to get to the point, it's summertime, I need you in crop tops more. I want you showing off that belly.
She should rock the croc top when she's in the third trimester.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
absolutely. Just have that thing bellowing out.
Yeah.
She'll be like, how do I look? You look fantastic. What are you talking about? You're just supporting what you do, which is making kids.
Dude,
man.
and hearing you talk about your wife right now, just again, we're recording this on Monday, 4/20. It is Taylor and Talon's 10-year anniversary.
10 years.
10 years of marriage, 10 years of love.
10 years of knowing each other.
Yeah,
and for you
man.
to remember. It's beautiful.
Dude, it just came to me.
Right.
You're sitting there talking, I'm like, man, I feel like something's in the air.
You know what? And
My
that's-
instinct just came
And
out.
that's such a guy thing too. Like you file things away a little bit, and you do it like it's a birthday or a special, a special date takes place. You don't want to say it. You want people to remember, and for you to bring that up on the bus, buddy, it's huge.
It's an honor to hear you say that, man.
Thanks, man. Anyway, bwtb.com. I've been married for 10 years, boys.
Let's go.
When you're watching this, it'll be 10 years in one day. How sick. 10 years is sick.
Hey, have some fun today, man.
I'll have some fun.
Matter of fact, from For the Dads to you, Shockwave coupon. These are fun coupons.
Yeah.
Shockwave,
Got
and
it.
put a bow on it.
That's very sweet. Very sweet.
You can use
Take
both
old
of
Taylor
those-
and Six Flags tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can use both tonight. You can save one. Just do one and then save one for the
Right.
other.
Put
And
the,
if she
kid, put the kids down and walk over. Say, honey, I'm not feeling good. I said, well, I got the coupon.
But you can say,
You can.
sweetheart,
Yeah.
great for you to bring up. I get it, the Shockwave is shut down, but I got to put a bow on a coupon right here that doesn't involve the Shockwave.
Can you fill me on put a bow on it?
Put a bow on it. Yeah. Like, hey, sweetheart.
Right. You can choose one. It's a clip where you like pick your destination.
Yeah. Put a bow on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me. I knew.
Just for the audience.
Put a bow on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. Her family watches this show.
There's some
so-
Georgia fans out there. You got to make sure they're keeping up with
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see the...
That was crazy.
I'm sorry. I apologize to
Bro,
the Georgia
Kyle
fans.
Duncan, do I need to beat Kyle's ass? Is that what's happening here? I got beat Kyle's ass now?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I knew Steve was right about something, man.
Did you see the...
Joe, we're joking. We're
We
joking on
have
the
fun
show.
on the podcast.
We're having fun on the show.
It's the locker room.
It's a locker
Never
room.
closed.
Right.
It's a joke.
Did you guys see the viral stuff going around? Zachariah Branch getting arrested at there was a bike festival going on in Georgia. He was back for the spring game. Gets arrested. It's 20 minutes past midnight.
Yep.
Gets arrested for something so stupid.
So dumb.
Did you see it? Are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up
Okay.
on the situation. Police officer, sir, can you do me a favor and move? He has a little bit of an attitude, smirks. No, move.
He smirked, took a step back,
Right.
moved, and then cops like, oh,
Okay. Eventually just gets
he's
arrested.
resisting.
Right. Yeah. We're having fun on the show.
Hey, we're having fun on the show.
Yeah, we're having fun on the show. Stupid.
Dumb.
Stupid by the cop.
Yes.
Let's take the cop first.
Assuming what is out there is that is known that it was this small, this little. It was all about, hey, can you get out of the way? Everybody's packed on these sidewalks. So you can imagine that there's just chaos going on at all times.
Right.
Sir, can you step over here? Very small thing to get upset and arrest somebody over.
Yes.
Because the bond was like $39. Like, what are we doing? Are you just wanting to flash the badge and show that I got power in this situation? Are you trying to be Mr. Tough Guy right here?
Yeah. Because we don't want that.
Yes.
We don't want that to take place. Okay, that being said, that's dumb. Now let's go Zachariah Branch. Equally dumb. Buddy, you're a week away from your dreams coming true of being an NFL football player. People are talking about you being a day 2 pick. Maybe you might sneak into the 1. Who knows what's going to happen? We all know that we saw you at the SEC Championship. You were an absolute dog during that game.
Give us some flexing for the can.
Give us some shorter individual.
Awesome story with
muscle.
his family too, like with his brother, playing with his brother coming from USC.
Set a record at Georgia for most receptions in 1 year. Like, the guy is an absolute stud. He's going to have himself a hell of a career. But if you're sitting there and a cop wants to body bag you a little bit with his ego, let him have the ego, right? Ryan Holiday, ego is the enemy. Go and stand off to the side. But yeah, you got it, sir. My bad. Is he in the wrong? The cop in the wrong? No question. But also, what are we doing dumb shit for?
And you just know, bro, like, you get told this stuff all the time. Like, when we were players in college, even in the NFL, like, at all times when they're talking about going out, being safe, being responsible, all that stuff, it's like they're always just telling you, like, cops are just looking for a reason. Like, hey, you got a name. They know who Zachariah Branch is.
Right.
Like, hey, cops probably think I can make a name for myself right here. Again, assuming that what's out there on the report is exactly what happened. Told him to step back. He gave me a smirk. Basically, I got upset. I gave him a lawful order. He didn't follow the law.
Right.
So in those
legalities,
I can arrest him.
This is pulling somebody over going 5 miles over the speed limit.
But you have more of a target on you because people were pissed. Georgia fan or like Zachariah Branch fans, people that are defending Zachariah Branch, I get because the arrest is stupid.
Dumb.
It shouldn't even happen. The cops should not be going that far. Again, $39 bond on bailout, getting out. But I agree, that shit is dumb. But on Zachariah Branch's side, if I'm sitting here thinking about everything Taylor is saying, like, bro, what are you doing out that late? I get that you are in town and you want to be at the spring game and you want to probably enjoy. It's like, yeah, you're this close to the draft. Your name is hot. You're out there with the boys. You guys are having fun. Whatever you're doing, I don't care about that. But you just have to know as a player, bro, you've got to be overly protective about what's going on because you've worked your entire life to become an NFL prospect, to be draft eligible. Now you're in a spot, bro, you balled this entire year. You transferred, you played with your brother, you balled. You're in a spot to where you're projected 2nd round. Your projection's probably not going to get hurt. Enough GMs and people that are diving into this before the draft, it's a nothing burger. I'm assuming it's a nothing burger.
But if something else happens, it's like, we should have seen it coming.
But is that being out even worth questions being raised?
Right.
Like, even if they get to the bottom of it, nothing hurts. Like, bro, say you were going to be drafted, say you get drafted 55th overall, but a team sitting at 51 was going to pick you and somebody just didn't get enough context, or they just made a decision of like, why is he out this late? This goes into our character form, whatever it is, to where you could have been 51 and now you're at 55. Like, that's thousands of dollars.
Right.
Like, none of that is even worth risking. Like, your boys that know, hey, you know, I'm going to get in early tonight, yada, yada. We got the draft coming up next weekend. Like, we'll get it back on the other side, boys. Like, it basically needs to be low profile, high focus at this moment in time. Because the last 4 months has been nothing but an interview for this draft process. And the ultimate goal, the ultimate dream is happening. Biggest moment of your life is happening this week at the NFL draft. Why put any of it in jeopardy over like, I'm just relaxed. I'm just going to enjoy myself for a little bit. I saw that he wasn't drinking. Like, he was doing all the things right? He just happened to piss a cop off because he just stepped back and went to the right a little bit. But even then, bro, you know the saying, nothing good happens after midnight. Like, why even be in that situation?
Exactly. 100%.
Not in a way that where I'm anti Zachariah Branch. I'm like, no, I feel like whether people believe it or not, I'm thinking I'm pro the player. Like, if I'm sitting there in a room with you and I'm one of your boys, it's like, why even go out tonight? Bro, you're about to be a top 15, top 20 pick next week, bro. And you're like, hey, Will, should we go out? Blah, 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 blah. If you're even saying that, but we're sitting there having a conversation like, bro, why even risk that shit?
Right. Because nothing good can happen. Like, and the stage is set, right? Spring game takes place. You're back at school after training. You did the combine. Every guy feels this way when they're in the draft process. Like, I'm the man. I'm the man. Like, I've done it. Like, I'm kind of like, let me go out and kind of like show myself up. Maybe a couple honeys out there.
Let me get an IG post out.
Yeah, you know, see what's going on.
Let me
post up a little bit. But you got to, that's where you have to, one, protect your own legacy and understand that everybody around you is not there to protect you as well. Guys also want to show you, if I'm with Zachariah Branch, look at, hey, we're boys. He's going to be a draft pick, probably a Pro Bowl player at some point. Like, all the things. They don't have that opportunity. You have that opportunity. So when your boys are like, let's go do X, Y, and Z, if there's even a little bit of a risk, just walk away from it. And it makes you seem uncool in the moment, but long term, it pays off dividends. Because the NFL, like we both know now that we're washed up football players, eventually your ass gets kicked out one way or another. So these guys that you're around, I'm sure most of them are great, but just you got to really figure out who's who and who really has your best interest involved. And at the end of the day, it's like you have to make the best decision for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I have a bunch of examples of things I could have done better when I was playing. And if I could go back and be like, man, I would have, not gone out and gone crazy my first couple of years in the league and all those things. But now that you're sitting there and you're 34 years old with 2 kids, like it's so clear, like, dude, just take care of your house first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your oxygen mask on first before helping anybody else out.
Because all you have too is your reputation.
Right.
Like say, again, he does nothing wrong. All of it comes out. This is like he pissed the cop off. Cops thinking, oh, that's Zachariah Branch. Hey, listen, you're not the one with the power in this situation. I need you to get your ass back. He gives a smirk. He gets mad. He gets arrested. But let's just say you did absolutely nothing wrong. But the fact that there's questions that come out that the headline is Zachariah Branch gets arrested, that happens first and more context comes out. But even if you're on the straight and narrow, all it takes is for one other slip up for people to say, oh, he was like that guy that got arrested back in Georgia. Then they've lost all context.
All the
like,
guys.
Oh, he got arrested or he got into a dust up a second time. Maybe there was things going on with that cop back in Georgia that we don't know about.
Right.
Because again, when you're building up your reputation, what is the quote with Warren Buffett? It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 seconds to ruin it. You just reset back to that foundation of people that know nothing about this other than seeing Zachariah Branch gets arrested. They don't dive into the report. They don't dive into the context. They don't dive into anything to know that you weren't an issue whatsoever. The next time something could come about, because again, you don't know how everything works. You can't control what people do with you. You have another bad situation that comes up. People that don't know, they're just going to relate it back to the first one.
They're going to fall back on the domino effect to be like, this happened, that happened, bad guy.
Yeah.
Bad character. And listen, Georgia, I don't know what the years was, how many years it's been, but so many years have gone by. There's been 30 arrests and 31 draft picks.
And to that point too, when we talk about reputation, again, Zachariah Branch, nothing wrong. You're tied to that reputation of Georgia.
Right.
So if there's been 31 arrests, their last 30 draft picks, whatever that stat was, like immediately people are going to think, oh, Georgia. Yep, of course, it's a Georgia kid.
Right.
Of course he's going to get arrested.
Yep.
Without wanting to understand anything. That's why it's like, dude, protect your bag. You are so goddamn close, bro.
So talented too.
Exactly. He's going to be a beast in the slot in the NFL. Yeah. And again, this is going to ultimately be a nothing burger. He'll still get drafted. People are going to, oh, didn't he get arrested? Like all that stuff is going to happen all because it's like, for what, man?
Why even allow some sort of narrative to take place about you?
Because you want to go hang at a bike festival or you want to go hang with the fellas? Like, dog, just
fuck the
low
fellas.
Profile, high focus.
Yeah. I love it. Zachariah Branch, handled. You brought back up the draft. Do we want to talk about FanDuel at all?
We can.
First wide receiver.
We got a couple more little callbacks right
let's
here.
Let's hit that.
You want me to hit Crazy Man 64335?
What is it? Crazy Man 64.
Thank you for commenting on our YouTube channel during the episode.
Crazy Man 64335. Anyone else having Moneyline Matthews withdrawals?
I am. Dude, I think about Clay multiple times a week.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you just want to pick up the phone and call.
Yeah.
See what the boy's up to.
For whatever reason, I just don't do it. And I get mad the next time I think about it. Like, man, I said I was going to call my boy.
Yeah, and now it's been multiple weeks that have taken place. What we need is just a selfie video of Moneyline Matthews, the next UFC event. This is my parlay. Because the people we're on life support. We need something of Moneyline Matthews coming out. Should we call him?
Just go.
Should we call him?
Miami Hurricane fans, we have a show called The Locker Room that we do.
Yeah.
During football season, where Clay Matthews, Delanie Walker, we all do a show together, talk about all of our bets for the upcoming weekend in the NFL. Moneyline Matthews is a thing. So again, just for all the new listeners out there, all the new audience members.
And if you want to know peak Moneyline Matthews, go to like week 6 to 10. Don't go past 10. Don't even worry about what happens after past 10. 6 to 10 is where you want Moneyline Matthews because the kid was on a absolute heater for a while.
He had an aura about him.
He did.
On the Delanie Does vlog, somebody commented and said we need a Clay Can series.
A Clay Can series.
I love some Clay, bro.
Who doesn't love
What's
Clay?
he doing for the draft this week? Like,
he's probably gonna. I don't know.
Ooh,
right.
Clay Matthews did text me recently. He just sent me a screenshot of him reaching out to a Facebook marketplace. Someone's selling a casket. He just said,
Oh, yeah.
how heavy is this casket, and can you give me the rough dimensions? He had to add the note, using this for a prop as well. Just,
Already thinking about the locker room for next year.
No, this was during last year. He was going through his old things. He found it. He tried to order a casket during the locker room season.
so
He's a
funny,
sicko,
dude.
bro.
He's a sicko. The world needs it. We got one from Steve Pilgrim 9662. The Willie had to have been comical. I wasn't there. It seemed like when I watched it back on the Notre Dame vlog.
Getting carried by the boys. Yeah, like
would have loved more buy-in.
Would have loved more buy-in. I get we're trying to have our Rudy moment. I was fully bought into having a Rudy moment. The old linemen, they were kind of like, shit, we'll carry you, Willie, because we caught the punts. And by the way, defense carrying you, they're just carrying you at their chest.
Yeah.
But I wanted some buy-in.
You wanted a little
we
more.
just won the game.
Yeah.
And then switch from Rudy to Willie. It's just me by myself saying it. I'm trying to pat the boys.
Yeah.
Hey, get the Willie chant going with me.
It didn't help.
Couple
Didn't
other
help
guys
that you
chimed
blew
in.
out a guy's L5S1.
That was on me.
That was a tough look.
That was on me. I honestly, I was so excited. I
That's
ended
the
up
thing.
jumping, and
Right.
I know better.
And the
than to
guy
fucking
was
jump on
he was
somebody's
all
back.
low back to pick you up.
Yeah,
he was all
like
low
if that
back.
would have happened to me, number one, I'd be dead. I'd be in the hospital right now,
Right.
paralyzed from the waist
But
down.
with your last breath, you probably swing on him.
Yeah, I've been like,
Yeah.
are you fucking
Is this
kidding
a
me,
fucking
bro?
joke? And then beep,
Yeah.
gone, and you're gone.
Yeah.
But yes,
It was a fun time. Go check out the Notre Dame vlog and again the Miami vlog they dropped last night.
Miami vlog drop. And Miami fans, if you want to watch a little film on your team that you're playing against week 8, week 9,
Somewhere in there.
something like that, 7 through 9. November. That's you're gonna want to see that. You're
Yeah.
gonna want to take a peek ski at that boy right there. We got Mike Hawk. We got Josh Lawless, 1991. Shout out 1991, the year I was born. Freeman has brought a tenacity and swagger Notre Dame has needed for decades. I hope he sticks around and wins that natty. A statue will be built, and he will be a living ND legend.
I hope he stays in Notre Dame forever.
Yeah, I mean, where's he gonna go? The NFL?
Could go to the NFL.
Yeah.
And there's another one too. Like, he was a Buckeye. Ohio State doesn't need a coach right now, but if in any version down the road, Ohio State gets in a sticky situation or Ryan Day moves on,
You could
the
tell.
slot at Ohio State now becomes available. In my brain, don't know this whatsoever. I'm just assuming. I'm thinking Marcus Freeman's 100% going to think about it.
He's going to want to go there for sure. And it's like, that's allegedly, that's our own impressions. But you saw when I asked him about the tattoo situation, very quick to defend his boys.
Yeah.
Very quick to defend the Ohio State University.
He bartered a couple things.
You know, he was, listen, all good. Time has passed. Statute of limitations is over.
You keep that hairline like that
Yeah.
twice a week,
Crazy.
you
move.
bartered a couple things
Yeah.
at Ohio State.
Yeah, especially with those rent checks, you're not getting 2 haircuts a week.
I want him
with
to
those
go
rent
back
checks.
to start building the neck up, get the thicker neck going, and shave the head again. Bald Freeman is the Freeman that I want in my
Bald
life.
Freeman is a scary looking
Yeah.
individual. This Freeman, handsome. He's doing the photo shoots, the whole thing.
Looks younger now.
Looks younger than he did in his high school profile pic on Rivals.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wanna maybe we need that tough guy back. We need him back. He's pretty right now.
Yeah.
Miami fans loved that.
Yeah. Hey,
They
listen, Miami fans, again, you check out that vlog that dropped last night, the intensity that goes on in this practice, this kill or be killed mentality, this culture that they instill at Miami, it was a feeling of you're back in the 90s, getting a behind the scenes look at practice because there wasn't cameras, there wasn't social media, there wasn't all these things. There was no NIL world. It was just how in the hell are we going to be the apex predator of college football? And that is how these guys work when they have all the pads on.
Yeah, the psychological warfare that takes place. The minute they stepped in the field, I'll just speak for the offensive line, they're doing drills. So they're warm before they even go to the warm up. Once the warm up takes place, you got 100 people that aren't even practicing and loud music taking place. You got Irv out there just on the microphone going crazy on the boys. It seems like you're being forged in fire at every single moment.
Yeah.
Where they were sprinting from drill to drill taking place, what, an hour and a half practice, 2 hour practice?
Yeah.
And they did not rest one time. It truly felt like old school 9-on-7 football taking place the whole entire time.
Getting coached hard.
Yes.
I do feel like in the state of Florida, coaching, you do got to be harder on these guys.
Why is that?
They grow up differently in Florida.
Go ahead. Expand.
So, like Levante, he grew up and he went to the high school Miami Northwestern, where there's more. You're more like in the streets in Miami, where these dudes grow up. So all they know is being coached hard. If you're not getting in their ass and creating these boundaries of like, here's what we do on the field, here's how we go off the field. If you're not in their ass at all times, they can deviate from the course. But I just feel like youth football in Florida is coached way differently.
Yeah.
To where we would watch a practice, say we had sons. We'd be watching a youth practice.
Blessed, yeah.
If we watch youth practices in Florida, we'd be like, oh shit, this is a I don't know if we want our kids getting coached this way mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that. I'm gonna just pass these out real quick.
Because and again, even in high school, like when I was in high school, I watched this documentary called The Year of the Bull, where in the documentary, they're covering like this 4 or 5 star athlete at Miami Northwestern is one of the best high schools like in America. Yeah. And the way that they had these boys in the shower, like yelling at them, throwing hands at them, they're fighting at practice. Like it's just a different culture down in Florida. So then when you get to whether it's Florida, Miami, Florida State, like the kids that come from Florida, they're coached a certain way, and you can't let the foot off the gas. When we were in Texas Tech, and we were talking to, I was talking to one of those strength coaches that played at Bama, and he was in Florida with Coach Napier, and he had all the greatest things in the world to say about Napier. But even him, he was like, "There's a way you have to coach these guys when you're down in that area." And even though Napier is all time, he loved Napier. He's like everybody that was operating over the University of Florida, they lost the pulse on that to where the players ended up kind of not like doing whatever they wanted, right? But the discipline and the way you have to get after these dudes, it just wasn't there. And then you're playing catch up when he's like, all you have to do is get behind in one recruiting class or two, and then you're playing catch up the whole time. The culture's not instilled there. And that's the vibe I was getting at Miami watching the practice go on.
Buddy, we had a bunch of guys from Florida at Michigan when I went there, and there's a bunch of dudes from a spot called Pahokee, Florida. And everything I could gather from the town of Pahokee, Florida was low-income area, tough life to live, and their football program was everything you explained, to the point where their conditioning was they would take rabbits and they would put them in this like round-penned area. And their conditioning for that day was like, catch the rabbit. No. And you couldn't leave until you caught the rabbit. Yeah. That's where Denard, I think. No, Denard's from Deerfield. Different spot. But there was like
I can't get this thing on.
I don't know. I was getting in hell with that fucking sticker, dude. But Odom's, Tay Odom, Brandon Hawthorne, handful of guys that I play with, bro. They would talk in a way that you don't understand, where you're kind of smiling and nodding the whole time until you can kind of figure out the lingo a little bit. And once you did figure out the lingo, it's them telling you about like, oh, this shit we're doing in college when we're all dying, like this shit's easy compared to where we came from. Yeah. Like, this is nothing to us.
I think about Levante talking about his experience at Fort Scott, the JUCO route.
Crazy.
Where all the boys are there and they're like fighting, like, hey, you got to run 5 miles to this lake. Now that you get to the lake, one-on-one, you guys got to basically fight and wrestle. Whoever wins gets a ride back.
Kill or be killed.
Like, and you're saying it too, like in those environments, it's the meal ticket out is through sports, is through athletics. So it's just a different intensity that goes on.
Yeah. And it was definitely on display.
And that's what I was basically trying to say about Miami.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
About coaching in Florida.
All that being said, what you got, Clump?
The area you're talking about has produced over 60 NFL players.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I mean, bro. It's fucking different.
Pahokee, Florida. I've never been. Couldn't pick it out on the map. If you showed me the state of Florida, I could not tell you where it is. But it is like all those guys that I play with, built different, hardworking, disciplined cats who are just willing to die on the football field because they're how they're brought up. Florida's just a different fucking state. Yeah. We have the conversation all the time, like best football state, all that. Florida's clearly always in it. I always argue for Arizona, but Florida really might be it. They got speed, grit, athleticism, everything you could possibly ask for. And it's just molding these guys into what they need to be. And that's what Cristobal is doing at Miami. Because it is...
And guys,
we just kept saying to each other, "Kill or be killed."
Yeah,
literally walking by each other, because you would split off somewhere else, I would go somewhere. But anytime we passed, it was like a kill or be killed. Like you just knew that was the mantra taking place.
Yeah,
in that building.
And the mentality is, you either get out of what's going on at home because there's no turning back.
Right.
Like you don't want to go back to or have to end up back at home.
Yeah.
Like they just have like it's like back against the wall mentality. It's like Clump. Like Clump's talking about his 5-year-old flag football team. I bet the flag football teams in Florida, Clump would probably go there with JJ and stand there and be like, hey, we might try out for this football team. They watch practice take place, and Clump would probably be like, Jesus Christ, like this is a...
Yeah.
And that's all those kids know. Hey, you know what I mean? You come from the privileged, you come from the areas, the suburbs, stuff like that. You go out in some of these these other areas, the low-income areas, it's like, it's a different world, bro.
Right. Lotto, yes.
And monsters come out of it.
Monsters.
So yeah, check out the vlog, man.
Check out the vlog. Because, dude, it's awesome. And, dude, Jackson Cantwell, I mean, I've never seen a freshman offensive lineman go through a one-on-one period and win every single one. Never seen that in my entire life. Might have been a great day for him. Might have been a regular day for him. But my God, when I saw that, I was like, oh, this kid's got every single piece. There's a reason why I DM'd this kid to go to Michigan over and over and over again. I see the reasons now. They're right here.
Yeah.
Because he's got it, dude. And the way his computer works,
dude,
he operates.
He seems like a good soul too.
Yeah.
I'm like, Missouri boy down here in Miami. He's like, yeah, it's different. I'm like, oh, I'm with you.
Yeah. It's different up here. And then he's from Nixon, Missouri.
Yeah.
And then for him to say the quote, only thing to come out of Nixon is cigarettes, beer, Jason Bourne and himself. But like any guy that would be like, I'm one of the only things to come out of here is like kind of like an arrogant thing to say. You would think the way he says it, you're like, fuck yeah, dude.
He's just
like,
such an innocent.
He's just got an attitude about it.
He's just a worker, man.
Bro, pull up the right tackle too, 78. Because this cat, he came up to me the beginning of practice, right as they're like go from the warm up to the drills. He goes through, he was playing right tackle. They're doing like their inside zone steps. He finishes holding the dummy, comes over to me, legit grabs me by the collar, and he's like, anything you have for me today, tell me anything. And it was just like, I need to learn.
Hey, and chasing the ball.
Yeah. Hey, how fun.
How many reps did you get at chasing the ball?
Buddy, I was
you were
in
the
a dead
chasing
sweat.
the ball guy.
I know.
You're telling you're like, hey, I'm beating Cristobal's ass. And then I'm like, okay, let's get a little competition.
Right.
Hey, Coach Cristobal, Taylor's saying he's rocking you
and
right
you know
now.
what's crazy is as bad as my eyes are, my ears have gotten stronger. I heard you told Cristobal that. So the next one I'm thinking I'm running. So I go down on that one or whatever, and I see him. And I saw with the yard line he turned off at, I hit myself an extra yard.
Yeah.
Cristobal did not beat me in a sprint all day. I'll say that.
But the juice that even comes into Coach Cristobal challenging all the coaches, make sure you're chasing the ball.
Yeah.
So chasing the ball means a rep goes on, and when the play's dead, whether somebody thuds up or a play's over or a drop ball, whatever, whenever there's a stalemate and the play's over, all the coaches and everybody's chasing the ball, running in the mix, juicing up their boys, coaching their guys hard.
Yeah.
Massive fan of the defensive coordinator. Is it Heatherman?
He just signed a massive extension too.
Did he?
Well deserved.
You
Well
can
deserved.
tell, bro. Any meeting room I sat in, you can just, they're talking about situational football, you know, down and distance. Hey, third down period, red zone period. They're in such situational teaching right now as far as their installs go in spring ball, to where a lot of teams or a lot of things that you see is they're just installing from the start how to line up on defense, how to do these things. You're not necessarily in the weeds of situational awareness. The fact that he's up front in the defensive room talking about situational awareness, and the entire room of players is sitting there coaching loud what they need to be doing, like for the guy next to him. It's not a coach-led thing. He frames the situation going on. They're going through motions, but all the players are speaking up loudly. They're talking loud. They're just getting right to where I'm like, yo, Miami's going to be nice this year.
Yeah. Yeah, especially you see 2 years ago with Cam Ward, and that was the biggest Achilles heel for them was the defense. Then for them to have the turnaround they did this past year, it's just awesome to see. Let me just give this kid a shout real quick. Matthew McCoy, this cat, dude. From the minute we stepped in the field, grabs my collar and is like, anything you can tell me, I need the help. The great thing is he's got a great offensive line coach. I need you to look him up his name, because I'm terrible at that CTE. But this coach, he's like, his stature is a smaller stature coach. Me and JP, we go sit in the old line room, and he's going over the install that they have. It's breaking down their gap scheme, where the tight ends lined up, inside zone, and some of their mid zone, outside zone stuff. While he's talking, halfway through the whole entire meeting, he takes a break. He doesn't bring me up, but he introduces me to the rest of the room, tells me, listen, we're going to teach these guys anything. You've played, you've had the success. Fuck what we think. Anything you can tell these guys, you're not stepping on anybody's toes. So like already gives me the pass, like go in, do your thing, help these guys any way you possibly can. And while he's putting in the install for all these guys, he's also looking at me multiple times and be like, hey, Taylor, just so you know, when we put this number in front of that means how many tight ends, where the tight ends are going to be, to the point where I go out to practice, and on a very loose standpoint, I understand now what we're doing today. So when they're calling the plays in that period where we're chasing the ball and all that, he's like, they're telling me the number, and I'm like, okay, so that's duo this way. And he's like, yes, absolutely, tight ends lining up on that side. So now I'm over during a break between that period and 2 minute, where I'm talking to the tight ends about how they line up and everything like that, because a couple guys kind of figured out that I knew what the install was and the numbers, because the numbers are so predicated on where the tight ends are. It was awesome how inclusive they were, while also being as violent and tough on those guys. Alex Mirabal, am I saying that correctly? This guy is incredible. A dude that
assistant head coach. Yeah,
I swear to God, this guy's 5'7", but his attitude and his energy. The guys in the room, their eyes are massive. They're looking. They respect him so much. It's really cool to see, because you see these gargantuan men, dudes that are towering over me, and they're looking at him like feed us information.
Yeah,
coach,
bro. Like
which is really cool.
It's the quote of, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yes.
And he comes up to us afterwards too, like appreciating us for the Cam Jurgens. He's like, anytime you guys have an lineman on, I send it to all my guys.
Yeah.
I send it to all my players. Hey, listen to this.
Right.
Because he's like, I listen to you guys all the time, like just when I'm out on a jog. And I'm like, yo, let's fucking go,
Dude,
bro.
pull up the assistant O-line coach, because he didn't break character until about halfway through practice, and we're looking at the sheet, and this is probably around the chase drill because we're both chasing. He's like, I gotta tell you, man, I've been watching your guys' show forever. But he was awesome, dude. We got to get his name because he was so great.
The O-line coach and Cristobal were high school teammates, by the way.
Dude, yeah, they've been together forever. It's awesome.
Cristobal, obviously you guys are going to listen to the interview, but he talks about it in the interview how they've known each other for 40 years?
Forever. And they would just talk about if they were ever coaches.
Weren't they the best men in each other's weddings too?
Mirabal was.
Oh, and then
Cristobal was the best man in Mirabal's wedding, but Cristobal was like, I had to make my brother because he would have killed me. I was that for CTE. That was a good callback, but sometimes I give myself a little, all right, you still got it.
We had fun with Coach Cristobal too in the interview. Because you tell some questions like, hey, this is dumb.
This is not us.
Yeah.
This is not us.
It's the internet asking.
Yeah. Letting the fans ask questions is such a loophole for us to ask the dumbest shit in the world.
Especially when the question comes from Taylor Lewan 77.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you got to get a couple, man. But yeah, we can look up the coach. I do want to give him some flowers.
They're middle linebacker too.
Yeah. By the way, you look at him
right
too.
Now, but this dude.
You look, yeah. From the waist down, you're just like, my God.
Even the waist up, bro.
Yeah.
The shelf he's got sitting on his shoulders.
You see, I only saw him with shoulder pads on, so I didn't get to see the trap. The traps and a t-shirt set the tone for me.
Yeah.
With mid-skill guys.
The boulders you got right here to where the you know what the look I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. Hey, we all want it.
Yeah.
We all want it. He didn't seem like a guy
him
you
up
put his hand on.
I felt his back whenever I dapped him up. He doesn't know, but I was getting a nice little.
If you can get that, you can get that back strap. You get like that before the spine. You dap somebody up, you feel that. It's like, all right, we got somebody here. We got somebody here. I understand now why coaches kind of grab you so much. I remember like going like on recruiting visits. I can't see that far climbing.
I don't know if it's him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's him. That's him.
All right. Danny Hajar.
Danny Hajar. Shout out Danny, dude. He was awesome. Like essentially my host if I was the recruit. Like he was just taking me around everywhere during practice. He was so great. But yeah, dude, coach is grabbing you. Do you remember like going on visits and coach would be like, hey, you all right? Good to see you, man. You're like, why the fuck are these guys so handy?
Grab both your shoulders.
Handsy. Yeah.
I get it now though.
I understand it because I see a couple now. I'm like, all right. When we were at Texas Tech, that right tackle, I started putting my hands on him a little bit. And you can see he was already on.
I'm gonna start diving into my instinct. I'm gonna dap him up and then I'm gonna go down and just start feeling the quads.
Yeah.
Like how you doing? Boom.
No one loves quads. No one loves quads more than this man right here.
I love some good quads.
Love some quads. But yeah, dude. Shout out Danny Hajar.
Speaking of quads,
go ahead.
Texas Tech linebacker.
Seth Roberts?
Nope.
Rodriguez.
Jacob Rodriguez. I wonder where he's gonna go in the draft. Should we start talking some draft?
Dude. Been trying to.
Yes, you have been. Before we get into the draft talk, we're going to talk about cracking one to Olipop. Right here, I got classic grape. It is in my top 3. Oh, nice taste of Olipop right there. If I was drafting this week, my first overall pick would be the brand of Olipop. Olipop is a new kind of soda that combines classic soda taste with the benefits of a functional ingredient blend to support digestive health. Olipop is reimagining soda with high fiber and low sugar. You can get a free can of Olipop when you buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store, and we will pay you back for 1. Works on any flavor, any retailer. Just go to drinkolipop.com. drinkolipop.com/BWTB. Olipop is sold online at drinkolipop.com and on Amazon and available in the soda aisle with the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Walmart and Target. Drink Olipop. Let's talk about the NFL draft. Let's talk about some drafts.
I saw an interesting thing where it's like, talking about Jacob Rodriguez will be the second linebacker taken. He's more of a day 2 guy taking place. Then you watch the film and you start to realize, oh, he doesn't really have any flaws in his game. My question when I'm watching the clip, I can't remember who it was. It might have been DJ. Breaking down him. It's like, why would Jacob Rodriguez be a day 2 guy? And the second linebacker taken, when he had the stat line he did, was he a finalist for the Heisman? Or was he was like a fifth or sixth? He was in the conversation towards the end, like, is he going to get the invite to go get the Heisman? You watch that kid's film. From a leadership standpoint, you see when he's got the green dot on, everyone, their eyes just go straight to him. Instinctual. He finds the ball. He has great hands catching it. It was a quarterback in high school, correct?
Yep.
Quarterback in high school. I mean, I'll let you kind of break this kid down a little bit more, but I thought impressive, great mustache, has left so much of a legacy when we pull up to Texas Tech, the three linebackers who look the exact same height, same stat line and weight and everything. They've all got mustaches, and that's not a coincidence because Jacob Rodriguez was just there just a minute ago.
Yeah, I think he's in a great spot if he's going to go in the second round because, again, then he won't have that fifth year option tied to him. He'll get the free agency sooner because for him, even when we're at Texas Tech, they talk about how smart he is and how much he plays from the neck up because all the things on film, like, yeah, he was a Heisman. He was in the Heisman, whether it was finalist, semifinalist, but he has high ball production. And defense, like scouts, everybody loves when you have high ball production. So he's somebody who's around the ball at all times. He's obviously going to fill the stat sheet with tackles, assisted tackles, all that stuff, but guy who makes a play behind the line of scrimmage, guy who makes plays when he's got an opportunity at an interception, getting your fist on balls, creating forced fumbles. He has a high ball production. So that's where to me, it's like, dude, if he goes in the second round, honestly, good for him.
Right.
Because he's not going to have that fifth year option tied to him because he's going to be a stud in the league.
If you're not in that top 15 range where the money is as big as it is, now you should be thinking to yourself, how do I get in that early second?
Yeah.
Because the only reason is that fifth year option you've already brought up.
Yeah.
Because you're not tied to anything. You can be faster. Clean take. Oh, Sherm wrote this down.
Sure, go ahead and say it. You had the clean take.
Dude, I hate to do this.
Go ahead.
To interrupt, but Kevin's Natural Foods, clean take. He's the steal of the draft.
Wow.
Clean take.
In my opinion, dude.
In your opinion.
That you don't have to take it or leave it. Michael Trigg also. Just got
two steals.
Steals.
Clean take. You'd rather be drafted early second than from that 20 to 32 slot?
Clean take. I like that.
Take.
I like
Shout
that.
out Kevin's Natural Foods.
Shout out Kevin's Natural Foods.
And Kevin
dude.
from Notre Dame.
Yeah, Kevin from Notre Dame.
Kevin's rule, dude.
Kevin's rip. Dude, and that is a sneaky clean take because a lot of football players, they want to get picked for that 20 to 32 so they can say, I was a first round draft pick. But truly, bro, from a longevity standpoint, a more money standpoint, you got to get in that 33 range now.
Because it's about getting to that second contract.
Yeah. The guys that get drafted 33 to 40, steals of the draft. Steals for themselves.
Yeah.
That might be a Kevin's Natural Foods clean take. You like that? Clean take. 33 to 40. You're living easy. You're living good, brother. Yeah.
Did you see there's a quotes going around about, is it Riley Leonard talking about how much
pulled
less?
His card last night, ripping packs, by the way. Pulled his card. Go ahead.
Riley Leonard?
Yeah.
How's the ripping packs thing going?
Buddy. Last night, I think, was incredible with Courtyard.io. Shout out Jared Beeman. I want to give him actually a round of applause. The way he came in.
Tell people tuning in. Tell them what happens.
Yeah.
Tell them what happens.
So every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, we go live on my Instagram. I rip packs. We do Pokemon in the beginning. We get some football cards. And then just last night, for the first time, we've used Courtyard.io. It's an app that you can actually, it's like thrill shopping, randomly pulling slabs. So I brought 3 different fans in, and I gave them 3 $500 rips. And in that exact moment, once they picked the card they wanted, I sent it off to them. Some guy hit a Dan Marino Kaboom card, which is, I think it was a $500 pack. The card was valued at $845 when he pulled it. But Beeman comes in, starts spamming the chat. I know he hits the group chat because all of a sudden all the boys are in a group chat, all of a sudden spamming everything. So we had a good group of boys in there, man.
And so when people hit this Courtyard.io, they just tap the screen, it'll like spin or whatever, and then the pack opens up and it shows them the card that they get.
Exactly. So you can do like anywhere from $10 cards to like $5,000 cards. And if you're like, oh, I need a new watch, but I don't know what I want to get, they have $5,000 rips and $10,000 rips for that, where you can just get certain kind of cards. Then when the cards come out or the watch comes out, you can do 3 things. You can sell it back immediately for like a certain, like 90% of the value of whatever you pulled, and then go rip again. You can put it in this vault and send it to a buddy, or you can actually have it sent to you and to your house.
So the minute that Dan Marino card got pulled, it was a $500 pack?
It was a $500 pack. The card was worth over $800.
And you take that Dan Marino card and you send it directly to that guy, right, to where he can either keep it in the vault or get it shipped to him directly?
Took my username, Taylor177, and sent it to him right then and there. And it says transaction complete. So it goes to him. Now he has the card.
And he just get it in mint condition.
Mint condition. How sick is that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, because ripping packs is awesome, but raw cards don't hold the same amount of value as a card that's been graded. So a card that's graded, you have to pay for that process to go in. It's like 20 business days or whatever it is. Then it comes back to you. It could be this, could be that. So ripping slabs, unbelievable. And this new chrome tops thing, by the way, is so much fun.
You know what we got to do.
What we got to do.
You know what we got to do.
I know what we got to do.
Imagine.
Yeah. Yes.
There's an audience member out there.
You're the audience.
You're the audience.
You're the audience. That's the reason why ripping packs really started. Was just figuring out a way to give it to the people. Because we talked about doing a lot of different ways to give away. There's one clear path from a monetary value to give it away to fans. A lot of red tape for us to go down. So this is a nice little way for us to give back to the fans in a big way.
Especially if people got like a team and they Miami Dolphins fan, they get a Dan Marino. What's he say? Kaboom?
Kaboom.
A Dan Marino kaboom that gets boom.
Yeah, dude posted it like, I'll actually show you the card right now because I have.
And you said they do Rolexes?
Buddy,
you can just rip a watch.
You can rip a watch, but there's a roll.
Just up here. Bro. Hey, we're gonna rip an audience member a watch. Boom. All right, who wants the watch?
Right, and the watch comes with papers and everything. It's nuts. Let me show you this card. This card's actually sick because the Pokemon cards, my kids and I are into, but these football cards are sick. That's a card he pulled.
It's just a holographic Dan Marino kaboom.
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 Kaboom, baby.
Kaboom.
A 2021 absolute.
Downtowns.
Power players.
Power players.
Those power player cards look sick. And Topps was at the draft last year in Green Bay.
Yep.
Hopefully they're in Pittsburgh because they were handing out a ton of cards to you guys last year.
So if you're a collectibles fan, you love ripping packs. You mostly do what, NFL, college, Pokemon?
Literally, so with Collector, what I can do is I can rip any. If you like baseball, I can rip baseball. If you like hockey, I can rip anything you want.
You'll just bring a fan in and they'll tell you.
I'll be like, yeah, what do you want me to rip for you? This is the year of the audience. It's not about me. If it's me, I'm ripping a Pokemon card. But what do you want to rip?
Got you.
Yeah.
So anybody tapped in, if you're a collectibles fan, go to Taylor's stream every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time.
That is correct, sir. That is correct.
If you get pulled up, share a screen, you get to pick the collectible you want to rip.
Right.
What's that
And
code?
tell Taylor Rolex.
Yeah, we're doing $500 packs. But yeah,
Okay.
we're doing $500.
I'll get you a fossil.
And
Let's
hey,
go. We got a $500. This is
hey,
a fossil.
We're ripping
pack.
a dinosaur.
You'll love this. You'll love this. That Caleb guy, I brought him on Instagram Live. Both of his kids are sitting right there, and he had a boy and a girl. Shout out him having the American dream. And I was like, "What do you want to rip?" He looks at his son. He's like, "What do you want to rip?" He's like, "Football." So his son is getting that card now.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, had a
That is
Bears
sick.
fan. Best card he pulled was a Packers Bart Starr card. It's a great card. I think it was like $600 in value. And he's gonna have it. He can go sell it if he wants. Go sell it, rip what you want, you know? And yes, thank you, Sherm. Promo code. If you're new to Courtyard, you can use No Bad Days 15 for 15% off your first rip. Nice pull, Sherm.
The cards seem so cool until they give you that trade in. You're like, man, I could just rip another.
Bro, that's the thing too. It's like
That's what I did.
I like
You
this
know
card.
what?
I want this
Forget
card.
the card. Let me try to get something nice.
Exactly.
Let me go shopping on Mother's Day. Actually, don't do that. BWTB.com. That's where you can do it.
that's what you want to do. But I'm fascinated with this Courtyard thing. It's kind of
fun.
genius.
It's fun.
Like, what can't you rip? That's what Courtyard needs to figure out. Like, let's get some real estate in there. We got 10,000 acres in Arkansas. You can rip that right now. $60,000 rip. See what you can get.
We're ripping
Bro,
Tennessee.
I swear there's nothing they can't do. Like, why can't you do cars or bags or hats, whatever you
Real
want.
estate's so
Shoes. Real estate would be hilarious.
They have it broken down into regions, and it's just land in the region.
Exactly.
I'm
You
trying to get 10
just
acres.
get a nice plot of land in Chile.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're ripping cliff sides in Greece today.
Yeah.
It's
We're ripping beachfront properties here on Courtyard.io.
So you're telling me all I gotta do is sign up for Courtyard. I can give you guys this property that I'm selling, and I'll just get a commission fee when somebody rips the pack. All right, yeah.
It's fucking genius, dude.
We just unlocked a
Courtyard. Courtyard needs to sit in with us.
Commercial real estate.
No bad ideas in a brainstorm.
No bad ideas.
Real estate might be the move. Commercial buildings. Just what? Hey, why'd you get this, Courtyard? Just got some premium spot in New York City. It's like, it's ours now. We have this.
Just start ripping services. Like, say you need a plumber, and you're just ripping out. Okay, look, my budget's 50, and you just rip a pack to get a better valued plumber.
Oh shit! This plumber's was $75.
He'll come to the house right now. Like, oh fuck, this one's $10.
This guy sucks. This one's not good. Yeah, sell him back. Get another rip in. What can't Courtyard do is the question.
Truly.
Fans were all about it, dude.
They should do it for the NFL draft. You start ripping players.
Yeah, that's how the NFL draft should do. We're taking.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we got Fernando Mendoza. Hell yeah, dude. Trade him back. We don't want that one. We have a quarterback.
For the 10th pick, the Cowboys are going to opt to use Courtyard IO. Oh, I got a second round draft projection guy.
Should the Eagles do that for AJ Brown, who they're going to trade him to?
Ooh, the AJ Brown. Hey, Diana Rossini was right.
Diana Rossini. Hey. Diana Rossini. Hey. Clean dig. Diana Rossini's kind of had a crazy turnaround in the last 7 days.
Yes, bro. Would she save a family
She
in a
saved
car
it,
wreck?
and dude, I saw that like 6 times before I was like, okay, is it real? I didn't know if shit was like, I saw it. I'm like, I'm not going to comment on this, but I'm going to watch from afar.
My brain was going to the PR team. And does anybody watch the TV show The Boys?
Oh, yeah.
When you put that in the group chat, I thought, I was like, this has got to be funny for somebody.
Yeah, I saw Derek chime in with a laugh. I'm like, all right, let's see who. Because anybody who's watching The Boys right now, phenomenal show, by the way. But listen, great show. Go check it out.
Okay, but what about Diana Rossini?
That's who's operating her PR team.
Got you. Okay.
That's who's operating her PR team.
All
right.
right. Yeah,
That's the joke.
Let's go save kids.
Yeah.
Like that'll get you out of any hot water you could possibly get in.
We're gonna have somebody flip their vehicle. You're gonna be right there on the scene. You're gonna dive in up top, pull the old man out.
Pull him out.
Yeah.
She has a machete. She cuts the seatbelt. No problem.
They hired an
She's just
actor.
completely prepared for everything.
Actors on the curb and goes, oh shit, is that Diana Rossini?
Yeah.
And points.
She looks over. There's a camera perfectly. She winks into the camera. It's Diana Rossini. Makeup's perfect.
Yeah.
Someone.
But hey, AJ Brown of the Patriots. It's not official,
Right.
but it seems likely that it's going to happen.
Here's what throws me off. June 1st. And I know there's like contractual things that take place. The new league year starts March 14th, but all these things, a lot of things between April 20th, this is where we are now, shut up my anniversary, and June 1st. A lot of shit can go down.
Yeah.
Especially with that GM for the Eagles, man. He's a gangster.
Yeah.
He's probably behind closed doors manipulating some stuff. Just head in a swivel, Patriots fans. Head in a swivel.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to see AJ Brown be a Patriot.
I would love it too. I think that's exactly what they need.
You think if you're the Patriots,
Go ahead.
what happened last week? You're like, all right, now we got to get out some AJ Brown talk to come to the Patriots.
I mean, that's
Or is that how you on the Eagle side? Let's float this out there for something optically. I'm always fascinated with the game inside the game that goes.
Because there
on.
is always a game in the game. Like any sort of news thing that takes place after something does happen, everything's strategic.
Yeah.
Everything is strategic. Why would somebody talk about a trade happening in June 1st in April?
And then tag the word likely.
Likely.
Like shout out Shefty breaking that news.
Yeah.
Staying on top
Shefty's
of
for
it.
the boys.
Yeah.
And
But who's
also-
Shefty talking to release that headline?
Right. I don't know.
He won't tell us either.
He would.
Call.
I think Shefty's always been good about like anytime I had a question about behind closed doors, he always texts me. I think there's an understanding. Like I'm not gonna step on your toes. I just want the education of what's really happening.
Yeah.
Because Shefty, he's in the weeds, man.
He break it down at a breakfast club.
Yeah, that's Shefty's great about that.
But
Great about that.
don't talk or I'll show up at your door.
Right, because you know he's got connections in that way.
Yeah.
He's got connections. I love it. What else happened in the news? So if for those of you who don't know, Miami fans, we used to be with Barstool. Shout out Barstool. Great company. Gave us some wings, made our wings a little bit bigger so we could fly. But something took place this past weekend between Will Compton and Dave Portnoy, where Dave, I didn't watch the full video. I saw there was a spat going on. I looked at it. I got back from Vegas with my kids. I'm like, I'm too tired to even invest in what's going on here. But it seemed... What happened? He was throwing shade at the America's number one sports
And look,
book?
brilliant marketing on their side. They're trying to show that they have free insurance for players in the first half on injury. Like the NBA playoffs is a big prop betting. NBA is a big prop betting game.
Yeah.
For the NBA and for these sports books. So when I saw Dave kind of doing a breaking news and he says FanDuel is charging people for insurance and he's like blah, 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 breaking,
Yeah.
saying DK does it for free. I had to dive into what was going on, and I'm thinking, okay, they're marketing it as free first half insurance for if a player gets hurt in the first half, you will get free insurance, like your bet will get paid back. But you go into FanDuel because FanDuel offers, it's called Bet Protection Plus. And what Bet Protection Plus is is say you have a prop bet, say Jeremy Clump's going to get over 10 points in this NBA playoff game.
Hell yeah, Clump.
And you hit the toggle on opt into Bet Protection Plus. They charge a 3% insurance fee, but it covers you for the entirety of the game. So whether Jeremy Clump gets hurt in the first minute or the last minute, you are protected across the board. So I'm thinking of it. I'm seeing Dave do his thing on FanDuel saying DraftKings or America, blah, blah, you shouldn't be charged on insurance. I'm thinking this isn't about what costs less. This is about exposure. No matter what, if you opt into free for the first half, like that's not protection.
Right.
It's exposure sold at a discount. Like it's all about consequence. So if you're taking, say you do a $100 bet on Jeremy Clump to have over 20 points in this NBA playoff
Your points
game,
just went up.
yeah, you're protected throughout the entire game. So if he gets hurt in the fourth quarter, you're going to get your straight bet paid back to you within 24 hours. Or if Jeremy Clump's part of a 4-leg parlay, if he gets injured and you opted into Bet Protection Plus, it won't count towards the parlay.
Yeah.
But you're covered throughout the entire game, not covered in the first half.
Right.
So that's where I was going back. I see Dave do his video. He's like, blah, 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 alert, alert, alert. I just found a fun moment to I'm going to mock Dave's video and I'm going to tell people about the opportunity that you have with FanDuel, how FanDuel does it compared to everybody else. Cause it's not just first half. This is the entirety of the game.
And because it's not Dave's fault. He's never been an athlete in his entire life. He's never understood the grueling being on a court or on a field and how soft tissue injuries take place. So it's not Dave's fault that he has no idea how the human body works. We've seen him walk around. Clearly, my boy's melting away a little bit. But most injuries...
He's getting his steps in. He's got good physique. He's got
great for a guy who eats pizza every single day. He's got a phenomenal physique. It's hard to beat that physique. He eats pizza every single day. However, if you are an athlete, most soft tissue injuries take place in the second half of things because that's when your body's broken down a little bit. Electrolytes are depleted. You're less hydrated. All of the things. People get a little more sloppy, a little more tired. You're out of that zone 2 cardio. You're now in the zone 3 or 4, so you're breathing a little bit heavier. Injuries happen more at the end of games or in the second half of games than anywhere else.
Big pressure moments are higher in the second half. The intensity of the game, like you were just talking about, and the fatigue that you have on your muscles, more injuries are more likely to occur in the second half.
All that being said, I don't blame Dave. He doesn't know what he doesn't know, right? And for that, FanDuel, whether it's 3%, but you're getting full coverage. If I'm gonna have insurance, I'd love full coverage, right? Yeah. Not a sometimes coverage because it's a little bit cheaper. Am I understanding that? Yeah.
It's like pulling up to those loan shops. Hey, we got free cash loans here. Free. They market it as free. No, if you're going to bet smart, you're going to bet responsible. You want coverage to mitigate the risk throughout all of your exposure. Yeah. FanDuel offers entire game protection. So if you're, again, Jeremy Clump, $100 bet, you opt in on Bet Protection Plus, an extra $3 to protect me. If he happens to get hurt, I want my money back at any point in the game.
Any point in the game.
Because you got these Fugazis out there being like, oh, first half free. No. Yeah. You need to mitigate your risk. You want to be smart here.
Right.
Nothing's free.
Nothing's free. Nothing's free.
Bumper to bumper protection.
Bumper to bumper protection throughout all 60 minutes. Yeah. Even overtime if overtime comes in.
Gotta love that, dude. Gotta love that.
While we're on FanDuel, they did just add a new little draft tab for the conference. Total number of Big Ten players drafted. Over under 11.5. The SEC is only listed at over under 8.5. Big Ten, SEC.
Listen, the Big Ten SEC situation it's already Jack, right?
The change of the guard is taking place.
It's taking place.
Is that fair to say?
That's a past tense thing.
Besides Matt, I'm the only SEC stan guy here. So
no, you're not. Clump is a Florida Gators fan.
Yeah. Wait, you're a Georgia Bulldogs.
That's a crazy shot.
Beeman's a Georgia Bulldogs fan.
No, okay, sure. Yeah, Demon's a Bulldog fan.
Okay.
The same way that I'm not going to go into this battle right here. This is an uphill battle pushing the rock for me. You guys, recency bias, yes, are doing well. It's all cyclical, though. It's going to come back, and that's all right.
He's using big words. He's throwing me off.
It's cyclical? A cycle.
The cyclical is good.
Cyclical is good. Does that just mean cycle?
I think so.
It does.
So why didn't you just say cycle?
Because that's the correct way. It's cyclical.
Cyclical.
Yes.
We're trying to learn.
I'm going to add that to my bag. You want to give me. I want to give him a little confidence. He says he's walking into a little bit thing here. Just say, hey, Jack, objectively.
Yeah.
The best conference
is the SEC.
Is the Big Ten right now, and it's
right now.
All the facts are happening. We're looking at draft picks. We see where the numbers are at. We look at the last 3 national championships, where those are at. Not just one team, 3 different teams. So. Yeah, just right now, the Big Ten is the best. That's what makes
How
football
about
so
this?
great.
The SEC is the best regional conference. The Big Ten is the best national conference right now.
That's a great. Hey,
There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You guys you're getting there. Look, I'm an SEC guy. You're never gonna hear me say the Big Ten is elite. To comparative to the SEC, because I love the South. So I'm not gonna fall.
How about
into
this?
well, how much do you love the South?
A lot. More than most.
Prove it. How about this? Is there only one team or one conference that can be elite?
No, I don't think so. I think multiple conferences can be elite.
So can you say right now that the Big Ten is an elite conference, knowing that the SEC is also an elite
Objectively,
conference?
yeah, they are, but I'm not saying they're more elite than others.
Okay.
All right, that's
Okay.
fair. Another question.
We made progress there.
Yeah. Do you think? What do you think the ceiling for the Tennessee Vols is this year?
It's a big year. Josh Heupel could be one of those where if we don't get over 8 wins, his name is on the hot seat, 100%.
I think that's a big mistake for Titans.
I agree. I love Heupel, but we also we're going through a quarterback change right now. So we got G-Mac, who's most likely going to be the starter, but then we also have Faison Brandon, who is going to be elite, but you can't start Faison Brandon at the beginning of the year solely because the Tennessee Vols, our fandom is chaotic, it's crazy, it's stressful. If you get this new kid going in here and he makes a mistake up front, our fan base is going to flip on him. They're going to lose confidence. You already have a guy who's had a couple experiences playing in the SEC. Let him make a few mistakes if he will. And then if that happens where you need to make a switch, you still have Faison Brandon in the backseat. Put him up there. Let him get some game time experience. We'll see. But we're getting to that point of the year where, man, that fall is creeping up.
Yeah.
Creeping
and
up.
I am fired up.
Sheffy Baby and I were having this conversation last week. It's like when the Super Bowl happens, I'll speak for myself. I'm ready for a small break. I'm a little footballed out. We do it every single day. You're looking into stuff. You're doing the ESPN. We're doing the gambling shows. We're doing the breakdowns, everything to where it's like, this has been an absolute grind getting through the fall. I could use myself 1 or 2 weeks just to kind of decompress, get the batteries back to neutral before we start going on the long run yet again. I'm officially in that mode right now where it's like, would love some ball back.
Yeah.
Would love some ball back right now. Michigan's spring game took place this past Saturday. And it's just nice to see the winged helmet out on the field.
Yeah.
Nice to see a packed stadium watching a spring game and the Kyle Whittingham saga starting. I enjoy that. Now I'm just like, buddy, we get into June, I'm gonna be itching.
Yeah,
I'm having withdrawals. I'm having people are having Moneyline Matthews withdrawals. I'm having football withdrawals.
Yeah, because we've had a couple months.
I'm wearing a white shirt for God's sakes.
We've had a couple months now, and now it's like we just did the spring tour, and it kind of gets the juices just going for some excitement, some football.
And you know what pisses me off about the spring tour is, I swear I would do 10 of those. I think it's so. I'm bummed we did just 3. It was awesome. Every experience was incredible. But it's so hard to beat going to these schools and how we've kind of put ourselves in a position to be like these guys are essentially recruiting and they're showing us the best. We had a damn high dive at Miami. Beautiful. We erased the swim team. The experiences we get, I would love to just keep going.
The women's swim team was yelling at me, "We don't got all day."
Yeah.
I was scared to jump.
Boy was out there, legs were shaking a little bit up
to
there.
The point Taylor came back up and was giving me the 1, 2, 3, like, "Hey, you can do this, bro."
Yeah.
Because there's no going back down. Like that ladder getting up there, I'm in my head like, okay, I don't want to jump, but I'm definitely not going back down because it's even scarier to climb the ladder back down. And you Willie boy, you can't be a bitch. Like you got up here, you're holding a GoPro.
Right. Going up the ladder to that high dive was the scariest part for me. It's like, bro, because you kind of get in. You did it.
Narrow.
Dude, my shoulders, I couldn't really get in. Like, do I go outside? Do I go inside? What?
You get on that last ladder, man, and you just think, if the worst possible scenario happens, it's over for me.
Right.
It's
you're
over.
Dead.
All just for this bit. It was worth it for this.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're up too high. Like, you can't go back down.
No chance.
Because the ladder's wet, narrow. Like there's just
why is everything around a pool got to be so hard? You know? Have you ever noticed that? Like shit's just a little more rough around a pool.
Yeah.
Where pads and shit.
Where's y'all's floaties?
Exactly.
Where are those guys?
But yeah, dude, watching you jump off that was awesome.
Yeah, I was up there for 4 minutes.
I had to be.
There's like, hang on, well, I'll be up there, and I'm thinking, I'm not going anywhere soon right now.
I just wanted to kind of go again because I knew like we had a finite amount of time. But
yeah.
I think that's so fun.
For some marketing for the vlog, JP would be remiss if we did not mention Will's scream. going into the water. He had to scream? It is worth a rewind at least 3 times. I know. I showed it to Will. He was giggling.
Dude, we get in the water.
That was a visceral scream.
After I went up with Will and he jumped, we're both in the water again. We're kind of sitting there holding on to the side. And Will just goes, I was waiting for it to get fun on the way down. It just wasn't. I'm thinking, hey, that's got to be such a weird feeling to be like, oh, I'll enjoy this once I'm in the air.
Yeah,
and you're like the entire time of being in the air, you did not have fun.
Like,
at all.
like you lose your stomach, but at some point the stomach will kind of come back and you'll enjoy the last half falling down. And it just never really happened.
Right.
Yeah, it never really happened.
There's rumors that you're retired from jumping off
the 10-meter dive. I might be retired. However, I would still consider. Don't you think I'd still consider skydiving?
Okay.
You would consider skydiving?
I consider, because it's so far. Like, there's something about like you can feel the ground closer to you, even though you're still up high. Like I am afraid of heights, not roller coasters, but just free falling heights.
Right.
I know we're free falling out of a plane, but again, it's so low to where you got another guy strapped to your back, and it's like it's just nothing but air all around you. I can't see the concrete. I can't think about slipping off the ladder, and I'm dead no matter what.
Right.
I have time to where, again, I'll lose my stomach, and at some point it'll be fun as we're just kind of free falling. Then a guy's going to pull the chute for me. I'm sure I'll get scared as I'm getting closer to the ground, but I feel like I would. I don't even know if that logic makes sense, but that's kind of what's in my head.
It doesn't. Because you're, 5,000 feet in the air? Yeah. Something crazy. And it's like, my thought goes to, whenever I'm like jumping off like a high dive, or you do it when you're a kid at the lake, you're cliff jumping or whatever, to me, the biggest fear was like, is the water deep enough? And if the water is deep enough, I feel like I'm going to get through whatever's going to happen, unless something goes crazy.
Can I get out far enough from the rocks?
Right. Yeah. There's that. There's all those things. But in my brain, it's like, is it deep enough? Because being a tall boy, that's always scary. And once the answer is yes, it's like, all right, we're going to go. The free falling thing out of a plane, yeah, you got a guy on the back who's done 100 jumps. He's got a little patch on his shoulder that tells you he's really good at his job, but you're still hoping that the string and whatever the parachute is made out of holds up for you. To me, it's the free fall part.
That's fair. It's clean take.
The free fall part is not the scary part. It's the, and you're like floating down now. Like yeah, and you have like another 3,000 feet or whatever it is to like just kind of float down to the bottom. And it's like, fair. Is this shit gonna hold?
Yeah, you might have just scared me out. You might have scared me out of doing skydiving now. You definitely, we don't want the Virginia Tech guy.
No, we don't want him. And
back.
He's safe, correct? We know he's healthy. He's fine.
He is safe.
That's a tough L. And you knew he was in a bad shape. You see that flag. The wind on that flag is nuts. That boy was just stationary for a little bit. He wasn't going nowhere.
Virginia Tech, new year, new us. Parachute guy lands on the scoreboard.
You know, James Franklin's just watching that like, God damn it.
And then the social media guy's like, Coach, don't worry, this is great content.
Yeah.
Great exposure for
and
the
he
program.
just thinks to himself, these fucking social media guys now.
Content. Why does everything have to be content?
Everything's got to be content. Plus, with the boys guys were out there on it. All the boys.
Not on the Oklahoma one that I fell for.
I'm not going to go into
what
that. That was my funniest troll of the weekend, and I knew that Oklahoma fans were going to lose their minds. And we got context noted on Twitter, and I'm like, my job's done.
Yeah, Jack knew what he was doing. I see Oklahoma, and I just thought it was their spring game. They're all tripping over each other in the smoke. I forgot that it happened when they were in the Big 12. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, tough look. Did Texas do this? Everybody's like, oh, no, Will, you got.
I love the hate comments. It's like, you guys are just doing this because they were mean to you during the playoff game and stuff. Those ones were good.
I thought about that.
I do feel some type of way every time I see the Oklahoma logo.
So maybe it did come from that.
I didn't post about it, but when I saw it, I was like, I just kind of kept going.
People want you to feel dumb that you got. And I'm thinking, I ended up saying, like, I fell for a double reverse.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get flea flicker. Oh my God, it's a run. Oh shit, now they're tossing it back and it's a pass.
April 1st, I'm on a plane to Lubbock, Texas from Arizona, and I see that Entourage is doing a reboot. I'm like, my life's complete.
They faked you out.
And then you
faked the toss.
Then you go up in the air and you're just sitting there being like, what a great day. Entourage is coming back, and you land, you finally get service, and it's like, oh, I got.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it's going to happen. You're going to take a false step.
Sometimes you get got by somebody else, and sometimes you get got by your own team. And that's what happened in Michigan State today doing this dumbass dizzy bat thing. What are we doing?
I don't know.
So is this real?
Could be ahead of the game.
Let's get really dizzy and go play ball, boys. That's hard.
My question is with dizzy bats, and this is kind of off topic for Michigan State, but when you're doing a dizzy bat, do you not feel like the bat should be planted in the ground? Because every time you see a dizzy bat, people are just spinning,
right,
holding a dizzy bat to their forehead. You should be spinning around the bat.
Right.
Sir.
If the dizzy bat is not stationary, it's just a wiffle bat.
Yep.
That's all it is. And
maybe they're just having fun.
They can have fun, but like let's do it correctly. Right? Devil's in the details.
Yeah, devil's in the details.
And I hate Michigan State. Love Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Love him. Fitzgerald?
Pat Fitzgerald.
Jesus Christ, dude. I do that every fucking time. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Pat Fitzgerald. Yeah, all of it, dude.
Hey, Michigan State love Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the Ryan Fitzpatrick connection.
I'm thinking to myself, bro. I did that to Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Is that what?
I was talking to him and I said something. I think I was talking about Larry Fitzgerald, and I said his name. He's like, I'm Ryan Fitzpatrick. I was like, let's move on. Onward. Anyway,
and
Michigan
Max
State
Bullough.
sucks, dude. What about Max Bullough?
He's the DC at Michigan State.
Is he?
I love me some Max
Good for
Bullough.
him.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Yeah. Who's the OC for Michigan State? He was at Alabama.
And I was going to say earlier too, you were talking about the spring tour. I feel like we are idiots, but it kind of genius how it fell together. Because now we go to the draft this week. So that's like all of our content next week is going to be about us experiencing the draft. The spring tour is kind of behind us now.
Fair enough. I'm just sad it's behind us. Love the draft.
No doubt.
I'm
Dude,
just sad
the way every team, Texas Tech, Notre Dame, Miami treated us when we were there. Shout out everybody's staff. It was so much fun.
It was awesome. And Texas Tech truly set the tone, man. Set the tone. And then, but Notre Dame and Miami, they had an opportunity to watch that and try to outdo them.
Coach Bisaccia called me. He FaceTimed me the other day, being like, when you guys going to come to Clemson? I'm like, we tried to come to Clemson. We tried to come to Clemson. He's like, who said no? I was like, I don't think it wasn't a no thing. It was schedule just didn't line up correctly.
Right.
But Bisaccia's like, you guys need to get out of here. I'm like, trust me, I want the world to see a Rich Bisaccia speech in a special teams meeting.
Yeah.
I was like, we would love to come to Clemson. He's like, do you guys do anything for training camp? I was like, we might. Who knows?
We can.
Could be fun. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We're available.
The problem with training camp is things are just a little more, it's tighter. Like spring ball is like OTAs in a lot of ways where people are having fun, we're growing, but there's not that sense of urgency to be like, we got to be like, listen, boys, we play in a month.
No doubt.
We got to be ready to go.
NFL could be different from college because no matter what in college, like you're always playing the game of recruiting and content along with the football being played. NFL teams, they're into content and everything else, but they're not having to go out there and recruit and show people inside looks of whatever, everything that goes on inside of training camp.
Yeah.
Whereas colleges, you might be more open to it because no matter what, you're trying to show what goes on at your program to get guys there all the time.
Yeah. The Clemson thing would be awesome for obviously Bisaccia, but having JP have to make a vlog out of Clemson would be, I think internally just a great deal for us.
They can go down the slide.
Clemson would be fun too because
JP's the vllog guy.
Clemson would be fun too because I feel like drawing a blank on the head coach right now. Dabo Sweeney. I feel like he's in kind of a pressure situation going into this year with the whole adapting to NIL.
You want to fire me? Fire me.
Yeah, he said I did.
Yeah. Dude, go ahead. And I think even non-Clemson fans are like, you don't want to fire him.
Yeah.
Think of where you were before him.
It's fascinating to kind of observe, like Jack was talking about Heupel, if he has a bad year, the pressure, the stakes, the NIL, the money that goes in, like people want speed. Like there's just, patience gets smaller and smaller, I feel like every year, especially for college now, because you see programs like in Indiana. We'll see what happens with Virginia Tech this year to where you can just flip the script going into the next year.
Yeah.
If you have the right staff in, you build it the right way, but the building the right way has to take place now in the offseason because you're not going to get a leash of a coach being there for a long time if you don't show some type of progress.
Yeah. Signetti really ruined it for a lot of schools.
Could you also imagine a video of Willie C racing Dabo down the hill into the stadium? I mean,
low back slips, I fall down, tumble down the rest of the way.
I don't know how guys don't fall down all the time on that damn hill.
Oh, bro.
Well, every time I watch, I'm like, knees.
Yeah.
Every single time. This weekend, I went to Vegas. My family flew out Wednesday. I went out Friday. Great weekend. It's not about my weekend. Shane Gillis had a show at Bridgestone Arena. He was on. That podcast will come out next week.
He only had a show at Bridgestone because he was coming on Bussin With The Boys.
Right.
So how can
he
I
saw
get
his schedule. He wanted to do 2 for 1 special.
I'm doing Bussin With The Boys. Let's do it Bridgestone Arena.
Exactly. A lot of things happened during that Shane Gillis podcast we can break down next week on the intro. But I see here Shane Gillis Green Room featuring Bussin Boys. What took place? Did you go?
What was the story? I did not go.
Okay,
Did not go.
That was gonna be my first question. Didn't make it Pizza Friday.
Pizza Friday.
Can't.
Pizza Friday,
Yeah.
bedtime. By the time I would have went, I would have probably gotten there the time Shane went on stage because,
Yeah.
the day before when we were hanging out, he's like, I'd love for you to show up at 8 because then you can hang, you can kind of bust balls, you can hang out for a little bit.
Right.
So knowing that I was just going to watch Shane perform and not get to see him really because once he would have been done, I would have got back home to get the sleepy time in. You gotta
Routine.
You got to get the Z.
Disciplines, routines, all of that. I saw this morning you're walking on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Willie C's doing this.
Yeah. Papa Team Fit, like we are.
That
we're
fall body.
treading.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I've had a couple conversations with myself and they weren't pretty. Like they weren't. So I had to kind of get after myself.
Hey, and I love that for you. Because I don't want to say anything, but I'm happy you're having those conversations.
Yeah. Those conversations have been had.
Green room, what happened? What took place? Beeman?
I was not there.
Before anything.
Okay, so nobody was at the show.
Shout out to Shane and I think it's Grace, right?
Yeah, Grace.
Setting the boys up. It was so much fun. We had our own little the boys green room basically. The show was amazing. Shane crushed. Truly incredible performance. And then we all just kind of hung out and had fun and talked a little ball, Shane, I feel like. It was a good time. It was vibes. Great vibes.
So what happened?
Hang with the young guys.
Yeah.
So why is it on the...
Clump was living, dude. Clump was living.
Clump was living.
Clump was in there.
What's
Clump's
on
been
this
the third
list
person just
is
now.
Chef's not on here, but on for the dads, Chef did make a comment that he's been kind of bodying me lately, which he has been. Whenever I try to pick on him, Chef's been crushing me. He takes the high road, almost makes me feel bad sometimes when I try to troll him. So I found a little opportunity. Shane, Gillis, and I, bodied is probably a little bit of an overkill, but Shane just started getting on Chef about Tennessee versus Notre Dame type things. And Chef was in a blender as Shane just wouldn't let him talk. It was incredible. And it was great. And I walked away and I was like, hey, couldn't take the high road there, Chef. It felt good. Shane's just, he's great.
Shane did most of the work.
Yeah, I was just behind Shane going, just I was just backing him up.
He was your sword.
What?
He was your sword. Yeah,
How was he swinging the sword against Tennessee?
Basically just calling Chef an SEC homer, that he only cares about the SEC. He's like, you celebrate Auburn wins, I'm sure. Just really, and Chef was getting, no, it's Tennessee only. He's like, Notre Dame's got an easy schedule. They were in 2013 Notre Dame arguing their schedule with each other. It was great.
Imagine Sweet Chef just walking, he's getting to go backstage, high profile, and his boss hires the number one shit talker of all time to go sick his ass on poor Chef. And Chef's having to stand there going toe to toe with Shane Gillis. I wish I had been there to see it.
God. Chef did great though. He was hilarious.
He held his own.
It was so fun. Just one of those times hanging out. And I was gonna give you a shout out. I will, but Matt Malone. There's something about him as he's speaking. He just commands the room. He was a character that night.
That's a really nice compliment.
Bro, it was
Fantastic compliment.
he was just holding court. We're all just sitting, Matt's telling stories, and I just kind of zoomed out. I'm like, look at this young cat, and all these people around just holding court talking.
The young bull.
It was awesome.
Learning. Let's get. Hey, I love that, Maddie.
That's a fantastic compliment. I appreciate that.
Got a little uncomfortable, aren't you? I got a compliment. Yeah, you got a compliment. I appreciate it, but also, well, that's good. So I guess this note for Shane Gillis green room was it went well.
Boys had fun.
Boys had fun.
Boys had fun.
I love it, dude. Should we get to some tier talk?
Let's do some tier
Let's do
talk
some
and get
tier
into Mario
talk.
Cristobal.
A little bit of tier talk. Kyler Riley 9220 says hashtag tier talk spring tour gear giveaways? Question mark?
He brings up a good point.
Yeah.
When we got home at the end of last week, the amount of bags I just had sitting on my couch from Texas Tech, Notre Dame, and Miami, it's so much gear.
Right.
To where we package some of these teams. And
I will say some of the guys that don't travel would like some of that stuff as well.
Oh, okay.
okay. You're the audience. You're the boys. You're
You're
the back of the bus.
You're the back of the bus.
Coop has said, I just want somebody to bring me home a shirt just once. I don't even care where it is. I just want a singular shirt from somewhere that we go.
Okay.
All
Good
right.
note for next year's teams, because they all just started copying Texas Tech. The bags laid out, everyone's names written down.
That
It just
was awesome.
became the norm for everywhere we went. They just wanted to all do the same kind of thing for everyone.
Okay, so do we want to address giving fans stuff first or giving guys in the back of the bus?
Or both.
Or both. Do we want to address it? Here's my thought. I agree with everything you said. There's so much gear. When I look at a lot of it, like the perfect Michigan Notre Dame. Like there is a rivalry in that. Like, am I going to wear a lot of this Notre Dame gear? The answer is probably not. I actually almost wore the shoes today because those shoes do kind of go hard.
Shoes go hard.
I will wear the shoes. But when I look at it, it's like, this was a gift. And in the words of Vince Vaughn, the painting was a gift, Todd. I'll be taking it with me. Like, I will. I don't see from a moral standpoint being like, thank you for the stuff. Let me give this away to people now.
Let me say, hey, comment, retweet, make sure you're following. I'm going to give away this Notre Dame duffel bag with some gear in it.
And it's like,
I'm going to keep the ones that I want, but
exactly.
I
think of Kevin. I think of Kevin. I think of Kevin, and Kevin's like, wow, I really let these guys have all this stuff. They did press me really hard for the jersey, and I had to give them the jersey. But it's like, now I've given you stuff, and you're gonna go on the internet and give away our stuff that we gave you.
Fair point. That's a clean take.
Like presents, man. You get one. It might not be the present you exactly want, but it's still a gift. Someone thought about you enough to give you something. Like, you should take pride in having those things.
Clean take. Great question by Kyle Riley there.
We talked about it before. We a couple of us were cleaning out our old merch section, and we just have a fat table of a whole bunch of just random stuff. Brings up a point again of having maybe a Bussin garage sale.
Clean take.
I know there's a lot of logistics and shit that goes into that, but
I feel like a year, like Texas Tech, Notre Dame, Miami. I need a new spring year to take place before I even think about do I want to give some of this Miami stuff with this Notre Dame stuff for Texas Tech? The gift is so fresh, and I feel like Joey McGuire.
Clean takes.
He's on the internet quite a bit. He's gonna see me being like, "Who wants this Texas Tech jersey? Garage sale." He'd be like, "Oh, what are we doing?"
Oh, well, I think Mitch is talking about the old stuff.
That sparked my brain into keeping this same subject line.
All of the old stuff that we have, and then maybe next year, if you're no longer want any of the stuff that you got from some of the schools you went to, do it again.
Not no longer want, but re-up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, shoot us a bag.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
I can see Kevin.
The Freeman line.
Yeah. We're
Shoot
gonna
us
need
the Freeman line.
We need the Freeman line.
Now that this has been said out loud, Kevin would probably hear this and go, "Oh, you know what? Next time I'm gonna have a giveaway for their fans' little bag, so they can."
Because Kevin scouts, he self scouts.
He
did text me and thank you guys for the shout out on the last
He
episode.
texted, we did the group chat as well.
Group chat was up.
Yeah.
Next day, I'm taking my morning too, and I got the shoes on. I'm just love the shoes.
Yeah.
We're hanging with Kevin.
He's all time.
Dude, Kevin needs to come to the bus.
He's making a trip to Nashville. He will be.
Kevin's got an open invite to always come to the bus.
Let's go.
He's going to come in here and be like, what the fuck? He's going to see our setup.
We can't wait to hit the group chat after we film this and just be like, hey, we talked about you a lot again.
I almost don't want to hit him up because I just want to see how much he really is in the weeds of Bus with the Boys now.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. And see if we get a text tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Luke Combs there for a concert.
What we should be thinking about is not giving away the stuff we got. It's how do we give back to the schools we went to. Ooh. That's a clean take right there.
That's a clean take.
How do we get Bussin' With The Boys merch to these locker rooms for these guys?
Yes.
Fun box, put it on all their lockers, something for them to display. They have something that's in the Texas Tech. How do we do a deal with Texas Tech to give them Bussin' With The Boys
licensing deal?
Notre Dame, how do we do it with them? Miami.
And Clump, I know you're probably already on it.
I'm on it.
He's already on it.
I'm on
with
it.
all three of them?
On it.
That would be sick. That's a great idea.
You know what's not a great idea? It's a clean take.
It's a clean take.
Thank
a
you.
jersey they can play in.
Hey, hang on. We are getting away from this audience member that's like, hey, spring tour giveaways for the audience. We should also think of how do we do something, whether it's a box or something that we could feature or send to a fan.
Yeah. I know
it's like a curated Bussin' With The Boys box.
The perfect platform might be ripping at 7 p.m. on Sundays.
Yes.
Perfect platform might be for that. That is the area where we give away. We have options. How do we integrate all of Bussin' With The Boys and give it to the fans, whether it be for the dads, the locker room, Bussin', ripping with the boys, whatever.
What about inside the bus?
What about inside the bus?
Inside the bus. There's sickle fans for inside the bus.
Sickle fans inside the bus. So
just a used sock that's signed by all the boys in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody would love that.
There you go.
I agree. Tier Talk here from D2 College Football Spotlight. D2 FB Spotlight on X. Hey, @_Will Compton, what is your connection to NSU Wolves _football? #D2 football, #Tier Talk. Great question. My connection is just the boys. Was it you?
Yeah, I think they reached out to me. Was that correct, Sherm? This is a long time. This is like 6 months ago, so my brain's not fully going to register how this all happened. But this D2 football team, they were doing some dope like reveals on their uniforms and all that, and they had 2 gritty, high effort guys do a Dear Maria, like Count Me In remake with the shoe and the whole thing, and I like posted on my story like, this is badass.
So say you shouted it
out.
love
it. I shouted it out. They DM me and are like, we would love for you guys to do a giveaway for us. Maybe you remake the video. We're releasing these black helmets, these black uniforms. Yep. My first thought was, I love the idea. I'm not going to make this happen. Send it to Sherm. Sherm gets it done. We make that video for them. But I think we're Wolves fans for life.
Yeah, that's our connection to the Wolves.
Jake Leary is
merch right now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Matt.
Hey, Northern State.
Wow.
Come on, man.
I don't know who's hotter right now, Matt or Mitch. They're both on 2 heaters taking place right now.
The Northern State Wolves.
The Northern State Wolves. Dogs. We got here Christopher Doss. At CT Doss. At Bussin With The Boys. If you had to visit 3 group of 5 schools during the spring tour, where would you go? Hashtag Tier Talk, perhaps. At Coastal Football.
Dirty Myrtle.
Coastal Football would be fun. JMU, I think, is a no-brainer.
I think JMU is a no-brainer.
Tulane, North Texas.
Tulane, North Texas. That's kind of my bag of G5 schools.
Yeah, you want to go to the ones that have earned the spot in college football playoffs or earned their spots in the college football
Let
talk.
me sit in the judgment zone of I've said all these things with the G5 schools. Go ahead and tear me down.
Yeah, let's talk with the head coach and say, hey, you guys should have your own G5 playoff.
Right.
Yeah, coach to you.
Yeah.
Army, Navy.
Army, Navy, yes, dude. Support our troops. SDSU.
Yeah. Stupid move, not even saying Army and Navy.
Hey, to be stupid move, double stupid move. I didn't know that they were G5 schools.
Fair, clean take.
Yeah, clean
I was
take.
with that clean take.
Okay.
I'm thinking this is not. These guys are perennial powerhouses.
I love the idea of a small table, 2 microphones, and a round table of chairs, and I just say something nasty about G5 schools, and the first one to run up gets to debate me on it. Kind of an original thought.
Yeah, Jubilee style.
Yeah, kind of an original thought of content we could do. And I just stand on you guys just aren't good enough.
Army and Navy, you got to have speeches from the strength coaches
100%.
addressing the room.
You have people at Army. I've been telling y'all. Shout out Dave.
All right.
Great question there by Christopher Doss. CT Doss on X. We got another one here from Dan Jenkins, our final one before we get into Mario Cristobal. Tolerance on locker room beers. Hashtag Tier Talk. What does he mean there? Like, what's our tolerance level? Like if we drank like a rack?
Or the amount of beers.
Just like, hey, can beers be in the locker room?
I think the answer to both questions is the same, and it's tolerance is high. Yeah. Let it happen.
But if we're given inside, he's like, hey, what is the tolerance of beers like in the locker room? You don't really see beers in the locker room.
Right.
Unless the season's ended. Like we going for trash bag day, final meeting day. You'll have some beers. You'll have the Bud Lights. You'll have all that stuff kind of sitting around to where boys are kind of just kicking back and hanging.
The time you're going to find beers around a football team is going to be away games coming home from the game.
Yep.
That's where you see it on the airplane. Guys get it. Now, I know there was a little bit of a scuff up with the Titans a few years ago in a situation with the beers where the NFL really cracked down on it. But before that, beers were always on there.
Yeah. Darren Bates was telling the story. You had some vitamins on the plane as well. Coming back from London.
Absolutely. And so
that's where those things take place.
I think it was high. Now, actually, the answer is I think it's a little lower now of beers being allowed in the facility.
Boys are down to crack a cold one with the
boys. Couple of beers. Also, locker room beers might be a top 5 beer.
The boys are down to crack a cold one with the boys.
That's a clean take.
That's a clean take.
That's also a quote graphic.
Okay, there's 2 separate conversations, but you like that take.
Like your take, like their take as well.
I didn't hear their take.
Cracking cold ones.
The boys like cracking cold ones with the boys.
Yeah.
Double clean take.
Double clean.
Double.
Simultaneously?
And what Dan is learning is this is what happens when you get beers in the locker room with the boys. You get busting with the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Taking place right now.
Hey, good tro. Intro.
Good tro indeed.
Good tro.
All right. All right. Should we get in Mario Cristobal?
Yeah, with the why the Miami Hurricane fans came to the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on, you got it.
Hey, please subscribe if you're a Miami fan. You're joining us for the first time. Please subscribe and comment. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Enjoy Mario Cristobal. Ladies and gentlemen, we opened this episode to bring you Form Energy. Form Energy delivers best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has natural caffeine derived from what? green tea. Form comes in a variety.
Natural caffeine?
From green tea, buddy. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
And by the way, you're probably thinking, oh, must be just one flavor. No, it comes in a variety of flavors. Screaming Freedom, Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, Orange, Fury. Couple new boys coming out too soon. Yeah, Clump?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple new boys coming out as well. It's perfect for those who put in the work, dude. Long nights, early mornings, good. Pop a Form Energy, get after it. Discipline equals freedom. Form Energy can help you do that. Form Energy, we do the work. We're also brought to you by Neutral, right? Long day, had your Form Energy. Or let's go pop on a Neutral late at night, soak in the day, decompress a little bit. Neutral tastes great. Tastes so much better than any vodka seltzer I've ever tried. It comes.
Same here.
Yeah,
Best.
do you love it?
I've ever tried. Love it.
You
Obsessed
love
with it.
Did you know it also comes in a variety of flavors?
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Watermelon.
Okay.
Black cherry.
Yep.
They got orange.
Yep.
And they got some new boys.
Yeah, they do have some new boys. They got peach and blueberry.
Peach is a banger. You ever watch James and the Giant Peach?
Of course I do.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, we will.
You know he loved this neutral flavor.
Right now, I'd love to have a neutral because it's perfect for social occasions. It's a massive crowd pleaser, especially during your spring vacation. So neutral, let's keep it tasty.
Before we get into the interview with Mario Cristobal, just know this interview is brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy, just like Mario Cristobal. It's always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Mario Cristobal, you'll listen to this interview, he is brewed with just 4 simple ingredients. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL Draft, UFC, which is now on Paramount Plus, and Bud Light partners include The Boys, Peyton Manning, George Kittle, Baker Mayfield, and Emmitt Smith, just to name a few. Also, shout out Shane Gillis. He will be on the episode. He will be on Bussin With The Boys next week. Stock up now on Bud Light. Head to www.budlight.com/locator to find a store near you. Let's get into Mario Cristobal.
Yeah.
Coach Heather seems like a brilliant psychopath is kind of the words I've gotten to in the best way possible. Like I was sitting in the defensive room and then the backers room. But sitting in the defensive room, the intensity overall around this entire place is very intense. Like I know, like walking in and coming around, there's like that healthy, intimidating factor of like these guys. It feels like kill or be killed in the intensity with the coaches, and in a way to where Coach Heatherman, he's commanding the entire room. They're going over stuff defensively. You hear the entire room, everybody kind of communicating and talking out loud. Where sometimes you'll sit in rooms and players will be a little hesitant because maybe they're unsure or maybe they're not confident. Where coaches are trying to get them to speak up, but from the jump. It's like first row, second row, third row, like guys are communicating the whole time. And then even in the linebacker room, when again, he's got this bravado about him of intensity. And then guys might not be doing something right to where in my mind, I'm thinking, oh man, coach might be about to get in his ass for not paying attention or not saying the right thing. But then he gets to a level of like teaching the guys and like having a conversation with them on why they do X, Y, and Z versus harping on maybe a false step or maybe that. I'm sure those things come, but I don't know. I was fascinated by his approach and just kind of the command he had of everybody. And it felt like very much like a player-led ran room, if that makes sense.
Amen.
That's kind of my observation.
Well, it was important to have you guys sit in those rooms respectively, our defensive coordinator and our offensive line coach, because like the other guys, you saw Jason out there as well. We really feel they are elite teachers as well as elite human beings, and their progressions are legitimately challenging. But the more you get them down, the confidence that comes with that, you witness a meeting that all that talking loudly with confidence permeates the room, and it changes the mentality. It allows guys to play fast and free. So his entire goal, as it is for our entire program, is to earn the right to cut it blank loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the lights are on or whenever the ball's placed on the tee, and you got to earn that. And we feel that there's been so many greats that have come through here and have done it on Green Tree practice field. We have to earn that right every day.
So, a lot of coaches, a lot of programs, they preach like avoid distractions, avoid like chaos. Like let's be solely focused on this goal right here. We've been to a handful of places, and like walking into the meeting rooms, you see how intentional everybody is, how the coach is talking about steps and fundamentals, where you see the teaching process happen. And then you walk out to practice. There's a bunch of people on the sidelines. I don't know if it's parents, it's recruits, 5-star, but there's a lot to look at in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
A lot of alumni.
Yeah.
Then music starts. Coach Irv, he's on the microphone going off on guys. People are screaming and yelling everywhere. Yeah. Then you guys are sprinting right to individual drill where guys are getting their ass chewed. And I mean this in a massive compliment to where it's like, it's very old school, but like I can't imagine being a freshman like a Jackson Cantwell walking into this for the first time. I'm sure this is like his 8th practice or 7th practice from Missouri.
Yeah.
Right? BFE Missouri, I think he said there's 4 things that came out of there: cigarettes, beer, Jason Bourne himself.
Jason Bourne, Nixon, Missouri, by the way. His hometown.
Nixon, Missouri. Oh, he gave us the spiel. He had the whole elevator pitch of this on Nixon, Missouri. But like, there's a level of having distractions intentionally, so that when the chaos is taking place on the big stage, everyone is like in a calm state, because it feels erratic a little bit. The first 10 minutes, it's like kind of feel like, oh, I'm like crazy stimulation.
We're like,
place.
we got to get out of the way.
We're out of the way. Like you feel like, because you're not used to it, but then you start to see like, oh, these offensive linemen, they're unfazed by how they're being talked to. They're unfazed about the work ethic that they're putting in. They're running. They know exactly where to go next drill. How long did it take you to instill this old school, intentional, like this is the process we're going to go about in the springtime?
Well, I think we're still in the process of establishing that. And, I've been lucky to have played for some really good coaches, all the way dating back to high school, who I still think is the best coach I ever had, Dennis Lavelle. And then working for Coach Saban, playing for Coach Johnson, Coach Erickson, working for Greg Schiano. These guys are all, they're elite teachers. And along the way, the thing that stuck most was the best thing that you can do as a football coach is to conduct elite practices. Conduct elite practices. In other words, if it happens in a game, it deserves a drill, whether it be in the form of indie, whether it be in the form of 2-on-2, 5-on-4, 7-on-7. And that has to carry over to elite meetings and elite walkthroughs, right? And in a world where, right, this has become the day and age of the portal and older teams having a lot of success, we'd like to think that we could take spring ball and have these guys gain a year of maturity by the way that we practice, by presenting these intense, high-paced, challenging, adverse situation practices that really test them. And we're going to take them to the edge. We are. But to the edge in terms to, we want to get to a breakthrough as opposed to a breakdown. We don't let guys, we want to push them right there, see what that threshold is. We want to find a way to break through. And the response has been awesome. Everybody we recruit, we bring to practice. They have to watch us practice. And if they are all about it, if they love the way we practice, they want to be part of it, then it works. And, for the most part, guys have. And sometimes, it's not for everybody. And we don't judge and we're not offended. We just believe in this blueprint and we're going to stick with it.
Have you been in a situation with a recruit, maybe as a 4 or 5-star type guy, you're fired up on him, you bring him into practice and hits you with like you guys go pretty hard, huh? And you can just tell he's like, oh, this kid might not be about the things we're about, to where you truly pulled back? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, it's happened once or twice, where there was maybe too much attention to the phone or, for example, we meet relatively early, not so early now in spring, same guy was late, wasn't really into the meeting. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I know you're assessing the University of Miami. We're also assessing you. Right. It's an interview, a 2-way interview. So, but for the most part, we've been very fortunate to have targeted some high mentality, high achieving mindset type of guys that they love it. They're all into it. And they know that, man, we have one goal, make them as good as they could possibly be. And there's no kind and cuddly way to get there, right?
Yeah.
We got to roll. So
yeah.
How do you identify a recruit that is like this high level mentality? Like, I'm sure there's like a philosophy or maybe some core things like you and the staff like look for, but what are some the layers you try and peel back on the onion of figuring out if this is a high level mentality guy? Is there a question? Is there something that you're like throughout the process?
Yeah, there's questions, but it's more putting our eyes on them. I mean, we go and we watch every ounce of tape that we can here, and then we go and watch every ounce of practice, workouts, you name it. We go see it. And, there used to be a time we could get guys in camp, right? I remember Penei Sewell. We had Penei Sewell at Oregon. I thought that was the ultimate recruiting process. It was like a car wash. They had all the different schools waiting in line to work with the prospects. And man, I'm watching this guy go from stop to stop to stop, and they're just kissing his butt. And I'm looking over at Coach Mirabal, Alex, and like, when he gets here, we are going to grind his butt, man. We are going to work bump doubles, double unders, right? Rip and reach and all that kind of stuff. And he comes over and we are trying to wear him out, and he's just launching human beings all over the place. And we always think back to, it's like, that's what That's the DNA that we're looking for, and it's hard to find. It's not for everybody. And again, we don't judge along the way, and you also have to project. There's some guys that haven't been exposed to that. So there is a little bit of a risk factor and a gamble, rolling the dice on a guy that you think can, but just hasn't been exposed to it. And you certainly do your best by it.
How do you try and figure out the DNA off the field or outside of the tape that you do see? Like whether it's like going to high schools, like if a recruit's out there like listening to this right now,
how do you judge these boys?
Yeah, knowing that they're also getting interviewed. Like how do you figure out that DNA you think you see on film, like wherever they live?
Film doesn't lie, man. And who are they hanging out with? And at the end of the day, do you really love football? Do you love football? Are you the kind of guy that understands the importance? I mean, look at this place. It's a private school with $100,000 a year education. I mean, your diploma here is going to take you even farther than your NFL career. So guys that absolutely cannot live without football, but that understand the importance of a high-level diploma, an elite diploma like the University of Miami, and can be a good decision maker on and off the field, right? Yeah. Choices and decisions, brother. That's what it comes down to,
Has there ever been a point in your coaching career, like pre-NIL era to now post-NIL era, where you see these kids are just at the flash of a hat, they're like, I don't like the way I'm being treated, I'm going to get out of here. Their feelings get hurt, so they end up just leaving. Did you ever kind of compromise like in the beginning about, listen, I know these guys are a little different right now. This is a new group of kids that are growing up where they're getting pat on the ass quite a bit and they're getting a lot of money and
all about dollars.
All about dollars and how much you're going to pay me. Was there ever a point where you're like, I want this 5-star guy, but it seems like I need to like coddle him a little bit more?
We've been lucky. It's just we believe in this. If you have to change the way that you coach and treat people because you're afraid of the portal or NIL, you shouldn't have been in coaching to begin with. You were doing things in a manner that wasn't for the principles and standards that football was originally intended for. We believe in that. We have not ever changed the way we coach. We believe we treat people the right way, and we do everything possible, provide them with the resources, the teaching, everything to make them the absolute best that they can be. And we're truth tellers, and people that want to get better, they want a truth teller. And we haven't come across that where, there's an issue of that sort. At least I don't know. Maybe they left.
Yeah.
That was part of it, but there's no, Tom Brady said it, right? Or I'm sorry, Bill Belichick, I think it was to Tom Brady, no sacred cows, right? Like, can you imagine if that existed, knowing what comes with this? Because I'm people making money, I'm all about it as long as they're responsible, know what to do with it, don't flash it, put all over the place. I mean, ball is still ball. And when we come here, coach and player, I don't care what you make. You're making what you either earned, what you settled for, negotiated. I don't care. But when we're in here, I want to hear jack about money.
Yeah.
We're going to do the Miami Hurricane way and things that have been done here for a long, long time. And so far it's worked for us really well. And we just got to make sure we keep getting the right kind of people that believe in that.
Knowing that there's like a high amount of money involved, knowing that you're playing at a university like the University of Miami, you get to wear the U on the side of your helmet. Like knowing it's got like this, everybody wants to go to the NFL. How do you help them prioritize how important education is, like holding the standard, holding the line with academics to keep it just as important as what they came here for in the first place, which is playing football?
No doubt. The internship programs that we provide here are off the charts. I'm like, man, where were they when I was coming out? I didn't have this chance, So in every field, from real estate to business, finance, retail, sports management, broadcasting, they have opportunities that are just unbelievable, like true career path, not just a job opportunity. And so along the way, the amount of opportunities, guest speakers, network opportunities, hands-on internships, hands-on like service trips. I mean, we're going to American Samoa this year. We went to Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Spain. Where else have we gone? All over the place. Like we expose these guys to real deal stuff. So we're, like growth is a two-way street too now, right? You got to want to grow, and then you got to push yourself to experience things. So we're just kind of relentless. And this is, I guess the best way to describe it, this is a very vocational kind of thing for us. Like we love this. I know, we're kind of boring to the outside world because we grind and we work and whatnot, but I love it, man. I mean, this is who else would have given me a chance. I'm a local high school kid, nobody with, 2 parents that never really got to speak English till they learned it. They spoke like Scarface, if you ever saw that movie. Okay, man, you understand what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, got us with a great high school coach, man, and Jimmy Johnson went and got us. And, dude, so we're super grateful, man. We just work and want to do right by people.
Mm-hmm. Did I get, I heard a rumor that, was your roommate Mike Sullivan?
Mike Sullivan was my brother's roommate.
Your
Him
brother's
and Russell
roommate.
Maryland.
Okay,
actually.
gotcha.
Both those guys.
Mike Sullivan was my assistant offensive line coach at the Titans.
There we go.
For the whole time I was there.
Great dude.
Truly the guy.
Dude,
like
a legend.
He's a
Chicago.
legend.
Yep.
And he's got a short fuse too. A short fuse on him because he's happy, go lucky, jovial type of guy when you're in the meetings. But there's been once a year he would just go off on me in a crazy way. To the end, we get off practice. We're like, "We good?" He's like, "Yeah, you're good. You stop fucking around like that."
Great player.
Great player and a fantastic coach too. Like,
yeah.
I came in the league and like didn't use my hands at all, and he like preached it over and over. He would grab me, make me work at it, and my 2-hand punches became like the strongest part of my game because of him. So Sully was awesome.
You stay in touch with him?
Oh yeah, talk to him all the time. He always comes over to my house and steals my honey.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I got.
Remember when he came to the Beer Olympics?
Yeah, we had.
The other one is Rob Chudzinski. He was the other roommate who ended up being in the NFL for a long time.
That's
coaching.
awesome.
So, cool.
Go ahead.
It's just there's very rare, like very unique schools. Like LSU is a unique one. Miami is a unique one. There's a handful where it's just like, it's not just, you can't just be a good coach. You have to also like fit the culture and be a guy that's from here. How easy of a fit was it for you to come in here, understand the landscape of everything, and then bring guys in, whether it's from the Midwest, the Northeast, the West Coast, and have them like feel like, hey, you're going to come here. It's going to be more different than anything else you've ever seen. Because Miami is its own little country down here.
Yeah. I mean, you saw it, man. We come in every size, shape, color, ethnicity, language, hairstyle. I mean, we're like the mixed salad bowl, man. I mean, Miami has got everything. And honestly, growing up here was the absolute best. Nothing. I can't even imagine growing up anywhere else. And that was the day and age of Miami Vice, Sonny Crockett, Ricardo Tubbs, right? And like this brotherhood, because I used to sprint over here every day or grab a ride my bike to watch those monsters practice. I'm talking about the Jerome Browns, the Danny Stubbs, Alonzo Highsmiths, the Benny Blades, and Michael Irvin, these monsters. So I was dying to be a Hurricane, like dying. I was going to be a Hurricane or die, one or the other. And so like getting that, it's a life changer. And it's an experience that, I mean, it's why I really came back. I mean, it wasn't because I was born here. It was because I was part of that brotherhood. And it's like, here you could be you, as long as your mindset is about nothing is going to get in the way of 1-0. And I'm talking about school, football, life, good choices and decisions, treatment of people. As long as you're of that mindset, you fit here. Mm-hmm. And I love that about Miami. Miami is like as diverse, as energetic. Like, I wish you guys could spend time in town to see what this season has done for this community. Like, it's insanely like lit up, like just galvanized and energized, and it's because down here it's about the Canes, man, and I live and die by the orange and green now, brother, and I love seeing, we're gonna have 450 to 500 alumni here next Friday for the alumni reunion. Probably be a scrimmage out here in the damn indoor,
Yeah.
You can imagine when those boys get together what it's like, right? So it's what is it like? It is, oh man, I don't know. It's you know what? I don't just do whatever I can, be me or what I've learned from the guys I've coached under, and go lights out relentless every single day. Demand it of myself first and foremost, so that the coaches could also demand that of themselves.
What was it like seeing the community come to life last year when you guys were making your run?
It's like when I'm 13 years old in '83, watching the black and white TV, Miami beating Nebraska in the city, the pots and pans. The pots and pans come out, on A Street, right? People go bananas. No, it was, and then there's, the positive anger side. We fell short there at the end. Had an opportunity and we didn't finish. Now, monster progress, it's great, but legitimate, like, I said it before, like positive anger, man, that energy, just you give it a direction, it burns clean, you set your goals and you go. And that's where the program is right now from a mentality standpoint. Let's just go. Let's just go get better and go.
How do you clearly start the season with a big win against Notre Dame? It's like you watch that last 2 minutes of that game with CJ Carr running for his life, and those two DNs just absolutely wreaking havoc. And it's like, oh, Miami, clear front runner. They're coming out of the ACC in all of our minds. SMU happens and Louisville happens. How are you addressing the team to get everybody back on track? Because I mean, clearly, like you guys had more talent. You were a better team than both of those teams. They won that day, and to keep everybody on the right track to be like, you know, our destiny's still right in front of us type of mindset.
Well, I do think this nowadays, everybody has good players, and if you're not at your best, you're going to get your ass beat. You are. And then there's a side of me that says, you know, everybody's saying you should not have lost. You shouldn't. Well, we did, and we beat these other teams we weren't supposed to be. So, well, maybe you guys got it wrong when you voted these other teams at a certain level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it was the simplicity of us getting together. It was the best meeting ever, man, after SMU, because that's the lowest point ever. And it was face-to-face, eye-to-eye, all of us in here. And it was like,
tight.
No, it was just like walking, that was a field rush. And you're walking back to the locker room, and every step is like, what the you're going to say? What are you going to say? You know, knowing that's a long-ass ride home, knowing that the moment they get back, their phones are going to be obliterated with all kinds of negativity, right? Everyone taking shots at them. So we found a way to, gather up and get back here. And we, the next day we got in here, and it was like, look, we have awesome people, and we have really hardworking people that have a really high care factor, but we ain't getting the result we want, and we're losing in the margins. And we need to understand and realize who the hell we really are. And we had put together 5 games worth of cut-ups of, the football tape. Just cut the lights, no music, no presentation, just cut it. And sat here in silence and watched about 15 minutes of just silence and watching and watching and watching. And put the lights back on, and we made a decision, just one day at a time, man. Our absolute best. I'm going to be your biggest advocate. You're going to be mine. I'm your biggest fan. I am your family. We're going to be each other's family. And we're going to cut out everybody else. No one else matters, and nothing else matters. And we're going to do that every day. And if you see my butt getting down, you're going to get me up, and the vice versa. And it was a collective effort. And the thing I'm most proud of is to be a member of this organization, and the way all the men and women of this organization on a daily basis said, let's go. And the practices were awesome. And it ended up spilling over to game day. And I could tell, like, after that NC State game, I'm like, okay, we're about to get rolling here. And by the grace of God, it did.
Yeah.
What was being the 5 games of cutoffs? Is it you with the clicker going through everything?
No, we made it concise enough so it doesn't have any dead time. You know what I mean? But it was a simplicity of, we had the splash plays like the Bain and Mesidor sacks, but also some of the unbelievable blocks by wide receivers just laying out so that Mark Fletcher could split a defense, the offensive line taking those piles and running them 15, 20 yards, just watching not the score, but how we play the game. And we took a lot of pride in building a physical, tough team. And we practiced in that manner. We lost our edge for a couple games in the margins, because if you watch the tape, we did play physical, but not to the level, not to the extent of what had made us, get off to that great start.
How, where'd you watch the ACC championship game?
Where did I watch it?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because that's it, right? Like, you're watching that game, and who were the two? Was it Duke and
Virginia?
Virginia?
ACC championship?
ACC championship. Yeah. And it was essentially like Duke wins that game, Duke is in, or was it flip? Virginia wins there.
You wanted like a lot of, like, in that, if I can go back to that time, it was like with Miami getting in, everybody arguing about the head-to-head Notre Dame Miami. It was with championship week coming up, you wanted to see blowouts in the SEC championship and Big 12, and you needed Duke to just upset Virginia,
right?
Because Duke was what, 7-5.
Yeah, I think they were 7-5. They played a hell of a game and won it, but I never saw it that way. I'm going to be honest with you, and the reason being is in 2024 we lost at Syracuse in the last game, and there were a bunch of 10-2 teams and a 9-3 team. I felt like that was a legitimate court case. Mm-hmm. Like, let's all present the facts. It could go one way or the other. But I felt this year, with a head-to-head and with other common opponents, I thought that had to matter most. And I did it in a respectful manner, but I thought it was a matter of presenting the information. irregardless of who won that ACC championship game. A game that going forward, the tiebreakers are fixed, but the answers to a 5- and 6-way tiebreaker was, you know, a little bit different. You know, any other conferences tiebreakers we would have been playing in that game. But there are no excuses. The two teams that played deserved to play because that was the format. And Duke won, and credit to them for winning. And, you know, either way, Selection Sunday, when that thing came out, that was quite a moment now. You know?
A big moment. How was
Rocked college football.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was the feeling when the brackets, like as the AP and then the college football bracket comes out, and it's like you guys aren't on it, and and Notre Dame is on it, and for the longest time, like you guys are just kind of put down, and then it gets to this head of the ACC championship. You need the SEC blowouts.
The mistake was having.
The mistake is just having it public.
Having them too low or having Notre Dame too high to where the conversation kept going to where it had to matter about this. When it's like both these teams are awesome teams because Duke winning gets into 2 G5 teams. Yeah. But there obviously there needs to be fixes in the system. But that mistake was like having such a separation. And it was probably – did the college football playoff come out the week after the second loss you guys have? Like, I'm just assuming all the subjective opinion that goes into why you guys are so separated.
Because they're making a level of an assumption, like, oh, they lost to these two teams, they're probably going to lose again. I had the same conversation with Notre Dame yesterday. It's like, they beat you head to head. How does it not? It should have been the way the result was what the answer should have been, other than the G5s. That is, you don't have to comment on that. I think the G5 should completely be out of it. But to have Notre Dame so ahead of you guys, and then them realizing they're making the mistake over and over again, you're seeing that at first. You have to be a little uneasy about like, how are we in this position?
The only thing I always felt good about, it always said best and most deserving, you know, and if they played out the facts and the criteria was taken into account, like it said, that it was going to work out in our favor, as long as we kept winning at a high level, as long as we kept dominating opponents. And those final, you know, whatever it was, 4 games, I think we were on the road for almost 7 straight weeks, where, you know, we played our best football, like legitimate dominant football, and Carson Beck was playing out of his mind. So we felt really, really good about it, and I think it showed, you know, during the playoffs that we deserved.
I was gonna say you guys clearly made all of that irrelevant when you guys made it to the championship.
It's an imperfect process. I don't think anyone's trying to, you know, screw over anybody, but, you know, in this particular case, I felt strongly that we deserved to be in there, and our players deserved that opportunity.
If you guys didn't make the playoff, would you have done the bowl game?
We always, was this one of these trick questions or something like that? It's you know, we've always played in the bowl games, whatever bowl game that we've gone to, so we would have played in the bowl game, and that's our process. And I don't think that anyone should ever, we don't judge anybody, so I don't think anyone should ever judge us one way or the other, but yeah, we would play in the bowl game because that's what you're supposed to do.
Thoughts on the current, like, football calendar? Everybody's got a lot of strong opinions on how the football calendar we need to make adjustments with the football calendar. So that way it's not to where you guys, now the national championship game this next year is a week later than it was this past year.
I like football, man. I'd play year round, you know, but I know we can't do that. We just got to start earlier, so we could end a little bit earlier, so the portal makes sense, and then we could get on the road. I'm not in favor of all this like junior recruiting like in January. I think that's brutal. You know, I mean, I can't even get in the home.
Recruiting in January.
Yeah, where you could have contacts at the school. You know, they're still not a senior. They're going to be seniors the following year. That's a total, and it's been now in effect for 2 years, couple or 3 years. But like, I can't even get in the home now. That used to be like the thing, right? The head coach goes into the home, you finish it off, you get to meet the family, see where they're from. Like, can't even do that now. So, and then the teams, the further you play into it, the more of a disadvantage you're at as well. So it's almost like NFL-ish, right? The more you win, the lower you pick, the lower you draft.
Yeah.
It kind of plays in a sideways kind of way into that format. But the calendar's got to change because right now it's pretty messy.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't do away. I know why. It's the money. But like conference championship games, just do it like they do in the NFL, where it's like, you have your tiebreakers with the best record. You guys are ACC champs now. Okay, congratulations. You get a bye week going into this game. And then right after a win, conference championships would be your bye week. And then you're in the playoffs all through December, where your national championships taking place that first week of January. Portal opens up right after the national championship.
Coach, I don't know if you're listening, but we got to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, was that kind of nice?
Handed it right over, man. Right?
I mean, hey,
did you get this right here?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you guys ought to copyright.
Did you hear any flaws there?
Man,
Nobody watches the show. You can say whatever you want.
Sure,
Yeah.
No, you guys are. It's well thought out. It's just this is what I know. Look, excuse me, is that every year we change the calendar without really thinking it through. So then we end up changing something else the next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a relentless, like just nonstop adaptation year after year. So that sounds like it has a chance. You know,
You like it.
I do like it.
What was the, was it Pate? But you brought this up to me that somebody brought bowl games because that's where the money is, right? These bowl games, the NCAA,
Right.
they make a lot there. So that's why there's that
Coach,
big space.
Coach McGuire.
Coach
A
McGuire.
couple weeks or last week was talking about having, was it bowl weekend the first
Yeah.
week of the season?
First week of the
Everybody's got
season.
a bunch of
like,
the ideas.
Clemson and Georgia, they'll play in Atlanta. These teams like play at neutral sites. So you just have your Gator Bowl or whatever that bowl is now. You have those games done week 1, neutral. Have them go play there. Everybody makes their money, and now we're in the season. You don't like that. Tell me why.
No, it's it's like feels like a preseason format.
Yeah, that was dumb.
You know,
I thought the
why
same
would
thing
next
when
year's
Coach said it.
team play what the last year's team earned? You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't buy that one right now.
Okay, fair enough. But we like the other thing.
Pretty good. I'll have to see it on paper. I got to see it.
I'll write it down for you.
Yeah.
I got bad
He
penmanship. I'll have Jack write
reserves
it
the
down for
right
you.
to change his mind.
Exactly.
O linemen usually have pretty good perspective of the way life should
Thank
be.
you.
So you know.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Would
agree.
you love to
O line for life, buddy. Let's go.
Wouldn't you love to put your paws on this specimen over here as a young recruit?
This guy, look, I can have you by what time is it now? 12:40. By 3:30, I can have you a fake ID, Juan Luis Ramirez, 18-year-old senior from a local high school, brother. We could start this thing all over.
Get it going.
One heck of an NIL deal.
All right.
You know, you get you with Coach Irv to do a little functional strength assessment. You make
Yep.
sure all the tires, so have their tread on them.
Tires are not great. I'll be honest. There's one tire that's not doing too well.
Get a year out of
But
here.
hey, I'll get you a damn good year. And I don't want to gain weight. I kind of like where I'm at right now. Let me just put a tight end eligible number
There
on,
we
and
go.
I'll be your blocking tight end.
Yeah,
and I swear to God,
those are the creatures we try to recruit now. I mean, that's exactly what you want up front now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Powerful, athletic dudes that can flat out.
You
get
got
after
some
it.
big boys.
Got some big boys. Getting
Some big
bigger,
talented
getting more
boys.
athletic. And you know what? They all can run.
Mhm.
For the most part, they all can run. One guy's getting a little bit better, getting his weight under control, but for the most part, they can get after it. And you saw Coach Mirabal. I mean, that guy he's a creature coach.
You've used the word relentless. His coaching style is clearly relentless. On those guys 24/7. He owns the room when he walks in. You see the stature. His heart's 10 times bigger than the stature because the guys respect and love him a lot. You got a freshman kid from Ohio that placed in wrestling. You got the number
State
one
champion.
You got the number one overall prospect and a guy that's starting at the ones with you right now. What are you seeing from those two individuals from a freshman standpoint?
Just fearless, and they're sponges. Like they are they're not exactly a no assembly required type of toy. They require some, but they're instant fixes. They can coming back to the huddle. They're to the point now where they realize, all right, I understepped that, or I didn't open my hips enough, or I didn't get my hat across, or I didn't get my fist to the sternum. Like they are speaking the language. Like every great culture has their own language, right? Like every great position group, like they speak a certain language.
Yeah.
They're speaking the language. It's just rolling out of their mouths, and they are applying it. Now, we got to get them to bend at the knees more and get their heels in the ground for more balance and power. But those guys, they get it. And you talk to them today, how they want to get more confident with their hands, right? But they're, day one or day three, third down, was a nightmare for them, right? Not understanding their set lines, the twists and the stunts that come with it. And now today you saw a good amount of progress in their game. So it's awesome to be around those guys. They're going to be great players.
I'll say this. I don't think I've ever seen a one-on-one series so lopsided where the offensive line had a hell of a day. It was awesome to see.
Wow.
And then Jackson, clearly he comes in as the number one overall recruit, but his hands, he understands the angles of his set and how they should be. His hands, there's a couple things you can clean up, but they're in the right place at the end of the end result of the play. He knows where he's at as opposed to where the quarterback's at in the pocket. He understands when games are coming. Seems like when you guys that did that like crazy exotic blitz period, you guys have all these calls and he can hear kind of what's taking place, and you can see him process it in real time. It's a little bit slower because it's like, he's only had so many reps. But I walked to the camera multiple times and was like, hey, this kid's got all the tools in the world. I mean, they really do. And a couple of those squatty guards, You were confident on them boys.
Surprisingly.
Them squatty
Boys
guards,
got
you don't
some
sleep
grit
on the
to them.
squat boys.
Can't sleep on them.
Yeah.
I hope y'all are enjoying the Miami interview, but real quick, this isn't about us.
Nah! It's about the you.
You got a long day and no time to cook?
You actually want something that tastes good?
You want that clean eating feeling without the work?
That's Kevin's. High protein, clean ingredients, ready to go.
Kevin's Natural Foods has been fueling us all spring tour, and it's loaded with protein.
No. We said it wasn't about us. It's all about the you.
All about the Kevin's Natural Foods.
Again, anything you can note up that you see, it'd be good to to pick your brain on some of that stuff, because those guys, as you know, playing with that kind of length, there's an acclimation period, so to speak, where they understanding the timing and the power that comes with some of those edge rushers. I mean, Jackson's baptism of fire was going against Bain and Mesidor during the bowl time.
Yeah, it's wild.
What a way to be baptized.
He's like, man, where's Nixa? Let me go home.
Yeah.
But from day one, he attacked it, and he's always trying to get better, man. He's always asking questions. He's always investing extra time, and he's learning that all that he's becoming functionally strong, and learning how to finish his plays. So, yeah, sky's the limit for those two guys, and we have a couple other guys that are banged up right now. I wish you could have seen them. That are massive human beings. I mean, these guys are 87-inch wingspan, one of them. I mean, it's insane. And
Golden
they're both
Eagles.
at 340, 330, and they can flat out roll. So I think we're getting, more and more talented as the years go on, and looking forward to our guys hopefully getting drafted, in a great place here the next couple of weeks.
Buddy, you've got to be so proud knowing you got old linemen like you do. Like getting 4 guys potentially drafted. You're talking about the room you guys are talking about right now. Like as an old line guy, like you got to be.
Yeah, trenches,
fired the hell
man.
up.
Coach Mirabal and I went to high school together, man. 40 years. We've known each other for 40 years.
Really?
I was a freshman. He's like, hey, man, I need a ride home. I'm like, who the hell are you? He's like, I'm your teammate, so can I get a ride? I'm like, sure. 40 years later, man, here we are. He's one of a kind. He's a brother. I was the best man at his wedding. My brother had to be the best of mine, or he'd fight me.
Did you give a hell of a speech?
Did I? It was O-line related. I mean, it was.
Something about trench warfare. You guys are now in the trenches together.
OCD,
Keep
man.
those deuces right. Keep them tight.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. If we were like manic, like we'd watch the '86 Fiesta Bowl, Penn State, Miami, over and over again, because one of those games where they finally had like close-up shots of combo blocks, man blocks. But anyways, we always swore that if we ever had a chance to coach, we would create like trench heaven, O-line, D-line, just massive human beings, train them in a way that never make a cookie cutter. Make it in a way where those bodies are developing differently. The structure of practice, catered to their development, because we felt that part of the game was being, kind of ignored a little bit. And so that's what we're trying to do here at Miami. Make it, trench city, man, where the trenches come to develop at a high level.
Sweetheart, if he loves you the way he coaches, you guys are going to be married forever.
Exactly. In the transfer portal this past year, you got Carson Beck. Very unique storyline with him. It seemed like he was kind of they kicked him out of Georgia. It was the big question mark was, is Georgia the issue? Is Carson Beck the issue for Georgia? He comes in here. He has a successful season. What did you see in him, and how did you get these things out of him that your counterpart from Alabama couldn't get?
Yeah, I saw 23 film, and a dude that was just lighting it up at the highest level, thinking he was probably the best quarterback in the country in 23. And then 24, I felt that they were watching tape, that they were different systematically. I thought his O-line had lost a lot, so he was getting peppered now. He was getting hit from all over the place. And the receivers led their, the country in drops that year. So it was like the perfect storm of not good stuff that led to him just getting battered and bruised. And I trust certain people in the industry, and the people that we spoke to, they had nothing but unbelievable things to say about him. And then talking to him and getting in that mind as best we could, we're like, we provide this guy with the right line, and we do what we do, which is it's a blend here. We have the power run game, but we also have, the air raid concepts tied into play action play, and our screen game is really good. And we're like, this guy could launch the ball all over the place. He could get us in the right run game. He could make the right checks, and he'll kill it here in Miami. And so it went well with our conversations, and next thing you know, Carson Beck's a hurricane.
How's the relationship with Coach Smart? Obviously, there's some virality of your guys' clips going around from you both kind of roasting each other.
I never expected to be in a roast. I went there totally to hand an award to Malachi Tony, and they informed me, hey, this is kind of a. So I don't like those kind of things. I'm not liking.
I'll tell you what, you did well.
I mean, I had no choice.
You don't like him, but you're great at
like
him.
But you
I
thought
had
on
no
your
choice.
feet you did well.
You should have seen the rest of the clips. Ooh, they were good. They were better, but I just, I don't like that kind of stuff. I really don't. I'm not in like talking smack and all that other stuff. But we all worked together way back at Alabama. Was quite the room. Very competitive. We all learned a lot from Coach Saban, and we all busted our butts for Coach. Because we felt he again gave us a great opportunity, and I know you wanted a more exciting answer, man. I don't have one. I don't like anybody. You know what I mean? So
You just want to coach ball.
Yeah, it's all he wants to do. He wants to coach a little bit of ball.
Yeah,
I want to coach a little bit of ball and do right by our dudes, man. Like this is like their last pit stop. You know how it is. You've done it, right? A really, really good coach and mentor, right? You remember the bad ones. I remember the ones that I couldn't stand.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're done coaching me. I will do whatever you ask. I respect you. I was born to be raised to be a respectful young man, but like you're no longer affecting me. That's how I viewed the bad coaches. And that, man, we have an opportunity to absolutely change, and not by being a softie or catering to moods and emotions. That's not it. That doesn't do anybody any favors, unless you're being a truth teller and confronting and demanding someone's best, you're failing these guys. And, I don't know. It's just awesome, man. It's awesome to be able to get to do this, especially with these creatures. These guys are awesome.
How do you keep these creatures in South Florida? Like there's so much talent comes out of this area, and with the new NIL world, a lot of these guys, these Midwest schools, the Northeast schools, they have money.
They do
to give these guys and be like, hey, come on up here, come be fast up here.
Yeah.
Like, how do you sell?
Well,
them being fast down here.
I think we had to first and foremost rebuild Miami because I think when we arrived here, like it's heartbreaking. I mean, I'm watching from across the country, and for 20 plus years, man, 20 plus years, I got to play here with these. You met one of them. You met Vilma. I was a GA when Vilma was here. Miami was starting to come back.
Was a stud.
Oh, absolute just monster. And I played here on 2 national championship teams, lost the third one. The worst we finished was like 3rd in the country. And that's what I always knew Miami as. And then, so when you start coaching, you got to go away. You got to cut your teeth. But watching from far away for 20 plus years, like absolute, like infuriating, to the point where that's it. Like I've had enough. If this is real that Miami's providing this opportunity for us, we're going to get our teeth kicked in early because that roster needs a complete overhaul and the culture needs a complete overhaul, but we're going to do this, and man, that was the most difficult professional year of my life at 22, that first year here. And we had given up a team that we had just built into a perennial conference champion, with some monsters coming. And but it was all for the right reasons. It was all for the right reasons. And you know what? It's we're now attracting the right type of player. And I have no idea if I answered your question. I kind of went off on a tangent there, but it's just all these things always led back to this place and how we do things. And we want to get the best players locally. We do, and we're doing a much better job of that. The Malachi Tonys, the Mark Fletchers, the Ruben Bains. I mean, we're littered with these guys. But we're also a national brand, and we're going to build this team in the best way that we possibly can. So there's not a ton of large human beings in the state of Florida, but the ones that are here are awesome. So we go to Nixon, Missouri, right?
Yeah.
We go across to Las Vegas, to California. I mean, we've had guys here from Portland. I mean, we've gone all over the country, and it's good because this city is made up from people from all over.
What made that first year so challenging?
Everything,
like like the vibe you get today, and for people watching, like definitely check out the vlog. But relentless has been such a word that's been used, but the relentlessness that is all over this building, the intensity, just the vibe of we want to be the best team in the country, and we are going to work to get there. And it's business demeanor. Guys are having fun as well, but everything is very intense and intentional.
Right.
But
thank you.
Obviously, that takes time to build. So when you're establishing this standard, like in year one, what were some of the most challenging parts that made it the hardest year of your professional career?
It's not not having the right people.
How do you identify those? Because obviously it's like the kids get it, right? But it doesn't just come from you to the kids. It's it's the guys on your staff, like those lateral moves of getting guys that, hey, you're the ones that's going to be impacting them every day.
Right.
How hard is it to like find those guys to know like this is a guy I have to have on my staff versus probably past experiences where you look back and you're like, okay, I can see where I went wrong here. Or maybe it was a certain question I look for now when I talk to coaches to come in. But how do you identify those guys that are going to essentially bleed into the kids what you bleed into them?
Yeah, they have to understand this is a lot of times a 24/7 job. I mean, it is. This is not for people that want to check out early and go on vacation and just, you can't just put down the phone and say, okay, I'm done with work for the day. When you leave the office, like you're dealing with somebody else's son times 120, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And, upon arrival, like when we played here, we had an unbelievable culture. And upon return, the roster was a complete, and I want to say in a way, because I don't like to sound like I'm disrespecting those that came before. If you wore this shoe, whether it was a good year or bad year, you're a Hurricane. So forever Hurricane, and I respect that. But it's certainly, Miami for 20 years was floundering, minus 1 or 2 seasons, and it needed a complete overhaul. And it starts with the people in the building, and it's not just players. It's easy to point at players. That's not it. It's staff. You have to make moves and bring in people that are all about the University of Miami first, and then everything else after that. And that's hard because some of the biggest obstacles are inside the building. It's just as important to eliminate and move on as it is to acquire. I'm a big fan of that. So, addition by subtraction. And, that sometimes hurts feelings, and, there's misconceptions and misperceptions out there on how that thing works. But this ain't about tweeting how cool you are. And it's not about, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have any bullshit when it comes to this stuff, man. You got to be a real one. And am I allowed to say that?
You're absolutely, yeah. We'll say it with you. I'll say bullshit right now.
And look, and guys, the reason I say that and I get about it is because, like, this is like a real deal way of life. Like, man, that's the reason we coach, is because we had like real deal mentors that like changed our lives. And if you're getting hired to come here to Miami, that's it. There's no two ways about it. There's no faking it. There's no misunderstandings. Right? That's the way we're going to roll, and that's what we needed, and that attracts the right type of players. Players, you remember, you guys, you could see right through the BS of a coach that wasn't all in, right? You could tell, man, the details of a practice. If a guy's snapping the ball the wrong way, if he's reading the script or he's off by 1 like on a consistent basis, if he can't tell you the consistent alignment that you got to, so anyways, I went off again on a tangent. You know what I'm saying? Real ones. Got to have real ones, man. And Miami means the world to me, and all the guys that I played with. And really, I'm back here because I feel that I owe Miami. So we're just rolling with guys in a very rigorous interview process, bringing in people that we feel that could change things. One of the latest ones, Fabian Upshaw with the Broncos, and Mike Vitti, who's a war hero. These are like real deal guys that could really have an impact. So sorry for the lengthy answer.
Listen, we love lengthy answers.
You can tell it all means something.
Right. Because a lot of coaches, they don't have the affiliation of being here before growing up in the same area. But for you to like love it as much as you do, I'm sure that comes across to every single home you walk into when it comes to the mother and father being like, are you going to take care of my kid for the next 3 to 5 years? Right. So that means a lot.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Go ahead.
When you're
getting juiced up.
Oh yeah. I was going to ask about the last season compared to this season. Did you want to ask something?
I was going to ask too, like IDing, like coaches or people that you bring in to hire. Do you have like a go-to question? Do you have like something that's like, you're going to ask it no matter what to help either cut through the bullshit or anything? Something that's like, if I was, hey coach, I'm coming out here, I'm gonna shadow you for 3 months because I want to be a next head coach, and we're sitting in there one day and I finally break down the barriers, maybe we tear up together, and then I'm just like, coach, if I'm taking all my notes, do you have a question that you ask when I go off on my own journey that I should keep with me that helps me identify the real from the bullshit?
Well, you put these guys on the board, you make them stand up and demonstrate, whether it be blocking, running a route, You make them do what they do as well. So see if they can actually like hold a room, if their presence is one that can captivate the audience and have a command of that audience as well. And then you start throwing your stuff out there to kind of test their capacity, their aptitude to see, okay, can this guy handle new concepts and teach it to the players and whatnot? And then you want to see them around people, right? And then you make a gazillion phone calls. You got to find someone you trust that really knows this person to get a valid one. And then, but the questions, man, yeah, we go pretty deep. We go at it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say those on here, but you got to find out if they're willing to do the things that come with this job. And I think sometimes it's misunderstood. Oh, these guys are in there till 2 a.m. every night. No, it's not that, all the time. It's, we do put in some hours, but everything is geared towards helping people. Whether it be winning the game, whether it be making sure they do the right thing. Sometimes you got to hammer them, right, when they're not exactly doing what they're supposed to do. And it's only because if you help them modify that action or behavior, you know what, they're going to be better by it. And having the guts as a coach to be able to confront and demand the right things of your players if they're not doing it, because it's going to make them better and they're going to be a better teammate. And we're lucky. We don't have a lot of that. And the guys here fall in line because the older guys, they do a great job with the locker room. So, but I think that's really important. I think that was the biggest hurdle upon arriving. I don't think there was much interest in doing things a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, conflict before cooperation. When you're evaluating like how close you were last year, like you're in the national championship game at home, you fell a little bit short. Mm-hmm. Now you're in spring ball the following year with a lot of turnover. You have 4 different offensive linemen now. You have a new quarterback. You lost your 2 big time defensive ends. Mm-hmm. How are you where do you see your team at now compared to this time last year? From a ceiling standpoint, from a buy-in standpoint, an effort standpoint, are guys getting it?
Yeah.
Do you see it all coming together?
Buy-in, effort, attempt to do the right things. Great. I mean, exactly what we would expect, and not picking up where we left off, but advancing as to where we left off before. Last year's different. You have the spring portal, so your team really changes in the summertime. This year you have what you have, and you're going forward. So you have more players. We have, I think, 40 new players right now. We didn't have that last January, February, So we feel strongly about our team, but I also feel strongly about shutting our mouths and working really hard and understanding we have a long ways to go, that everybody has really good players. And I think we have to stay along that mindset. There's and told the team that the hardest thing in the world is handling success, and everyone's been telling you what a great run, a really super job here. And it's like, brother, get these people, get all that toxicity just away from you. That's doing us no good. We got a long ways to go. We have to get so much better in so many different areas, and we're investing the world and our time into it. So that's got to be the focus, and we really can't stray from that. Don't talk about, when we go back to what? We got to go back to work. We got practice. We got a big scrimmage coming up, And after that, when we get to August, it's going to be about 1-0, one game at a time, one day at a time. So I think we're achieving that better than we have in the past. So, but I'll leave it at that. Shut our mouths, a lot of work to do, and go get better. Just like a lineman would say, right?
Yeah. All to say that you is back, right?
Never, ever, ever say that again. Never. That is, man, that was, that for years. But
I think it too, you get this. Mm-hmm. For me personally, I remember NCAA, one of the first iterations of it on console, on PlayStation. It was Florida State and Miami, the shine that comes off of the helmet, Ken Dorsey, the streak that was going on, the feeling that you had as a kid watching the U or understanding the University of Miami. And you're right, for the 20 years that it doesn't happen, and the excitement that came to my young self remembering Miami and knowing that you guys are in the picture again. It's like that feeling gets reignited for the U being back. The documentaries, the stuff to where people love to say, obviously, the U is back and everything. I know you hate it. I get why you
but we say the U is here. We say Miami. We are here right now, and we are. And the best part is the alumni. They're all about going forward too. They don't talk about back anymore, and they all come and speak, and they're awesome. The best part about being here, you don't really need many guest speakers. You've got all these unbelievable alumni or former NFL greats that are living in the city, you know, so you have just tons of unbelievable speakers that have a great message. So, and we like keeping it tight. You know, we're as simple as it gets. There's no like hocus pocus, like hung kung fui, like craziness. We're like legitimate, like nuts and bolts, meat and potatoes, the right stuff, and just doing it face to face, eye to eye, and getting after it. And we just want to get better. That's all we're focused on.
I love that. I love it.
Should we have some fun?
Little fan questions?
Yeah,
God.
these are from the internet.
These are from the internet.
These are not from us.
These are so. If you hear a question you do not like, understand that it did not
like
come
that
from us. This comes from Canes.hq. They have blue check, by the way, too. I think they paid for that.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, yeah, don't worry.
We'll
about
get
it.
you on
Yeah,
Twitter.
we'll get you on there.
We'll get you on.
Who is Mario's? They should say coach. Who is Coach's favorite team to beat? FSU or Notre Dame?
Everybody. Want to know against everybody.
But which one?
If you had to pick
which
one.
one gives you a
There's no
smirk?
picking.
Like, yeah.
Something about them.
My
boys
answers
up
are going to
north.
suck, just so you know. It's going to be boring.
We
It's
can
gonna
keep
be
it if
typical
you want. We can
O-line,
have fun doing just one
I
word.
love 1-0. Nothing is more important than being 1-0. There'll be
Blink
there'll
one-
be zero bulletin board material coming out of this.
Blink
I
one,
love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Zero.
Blink once if it's Florida State.
No.
Blink twice if it's.
Hey, Coach, do you want to? We can change this up and we can ask you these questions. You just give us one word answers.
We're not going to do that.
I just one word answers.
I'm going to go against the grain on this here, brother. Whatever you want, any smoothie downstairs, the food that you want, gear, but questions, they're going to be really boring answers.
Okay.
That's,
But
I'm
you
just
said we can have-
programmed that. You know, people are wired a certain way. That's why I'm wired. I'm
Yeah.
just wired that
No,
way.
I love that. And you made a statement there about we can have any equipment we want. Do you mean that?
I did. I said that on camera too.
You said it on camera. So that's law now.
Okay.
All the exclusive
Can I?
gear we
hold
need.
on. I'm trying to get somewhere with us. Can we have a jersey?
Depends what number.
77.
Oh, I think we can make that happen. Yeah, we'll make that happen.
51.
Shake on it.
With the ID and the freshman status all over again, right? All right, man. Here we go. Got a freshman signee. We'll announce that.
Coach, what
today.
about 51, 5-1?
We ask John Vilma?
I'll tell John I won't even they won't.
We'll get it done.
It'll be paying homage to him.
We'll get it done.
Hey, we're having fun.
We'll get
Yeah.
it done.
We're having
Hey,
fun right now.
hey,
Now, does that buy me out of these questions?
No. But hey, you got to know these aren't ours.
Okay.
These are not our questions.
I know this. This is an old school guy.
Yep.
We haven't broken down. We've broken through with him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
kind
like
of a
that guy?
shot
I
right
tell you.
there.
No.
It's Coach_Billings. What's one non-negotiable standard in your program that every player has to meet no matter their talent level? As a coach, how do you teach accountability and discipline to the players in a way that actually sticks beyond football?
Early's on time, brother. Early's on time. Absolutely no excuses. None. Zero. Early's on time, and that's it. We don't have a huge book of rules and policies, you know. Respect people. Give your absolute best effort. Early's on time. Respect.
How do we feel about jewelry in the locker room?
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah.
Just when we go out to the field to play, we don't put on jewelry just because either you lose it, you get cut on it, or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But no issues.
Shirt tails?
No,
Totally
when
fine?
we go on the field, shirt's tucked in.
Shirt's tucked in. Got to have the
You
shirt
probably
tucked
saw
in.
that out there.
Yeah.
too.
I was just.
If they come out during practice, you know it. But we always start off.
All right.
He might like this one.
Let me see that one.
Second page. Top.
These pages, so I could scan.
This one comes from Jay at DannyCO422. Ask Coach Cristobal how much Cuban coffee he has a day and take a shot of Cuban coffee on air with Coach Cristobal boys.
That'd be awesome. You know, if we had it, I don't think we don't have it here, but a fair amount. You know, it's rocket fuel. It's I make my own in the morning, and then one of the coaches makes it in the afternoon here. But probably throughout the course of the day, probably 4.
Okay.
4 cups of coffee?
But yeah, they're tiny, like little shots.
Gotcha.
You haven't had any? You didn't have
No.
some last night at the restaurant or wherever you guys went?
No,
I
no.
believe something might be set up in store for us after the interview. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, he'll make it. You'll love it. You'll be wired for weeks.
Oh,
Hey, honestly, I need that.
Yeah,
It's been a
yeah,
long
it's
couple of
good
days.
stuff.
Here's one from Chuck Ubetcha. You betcha.
You betcha.
Not
Chuck, you betcha.
Did you feel like Luke Skywalker? Are you a Star Wars guy?
No, not at all.
This one's going to fall on deaf ears. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah.
Go. Swing through it, kid.
Did you feel like Luke Skywalker blowing up the Death Star when you beat Ohio State on New Year's Eve? Hashtag Ask Mario.
It really doesn't.
Are you an
doesn't
Avengers
sink
guy?
in. No.
He's a football guy, man.
You're a Jurassic Park guy, right?
I mean, for reference,
or you understand it for
old
Miami.
school wrestling, you know, the days of Dusty Rhodes, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage. That's probably more analogous to, you know, some of these things. But
there we go.
Andre the Giant, you know.
Did you feel like Hulk Hogan dropping the leg drop on Andre the Giant when you beat Ohio State on New Year's Eve?
I felt like we had been working really hard to become a really good team, and we were the better team that night.
That's a great answer.
That's a great answer. No bulletin board material. Can I tell you something? I loved it. We got a sign over there. I'm not going to answer it.
Here's one right there.
I was going to do this one right here.
Okay.
From Jake
there
Campbell.
You go. Yeah,
Jake Campbell. Jake Campbell says, I don't like this one either. Taylor Lewan has to go one-on-one with Ruben Bain right now at 34 with no knees. How does it go?
Can you cut block?
Buddy, no. I'm actually was like the worst cut blocker in the world.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Man, you know, Ruben's, have you watched this film? How would you pass at him? I'm curious.
Ruben, the first thing I would do is take away his bull rush.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, the first third down where I had a slide, I would jump set him, favoring the outside. So when he went inside, my guard could clean him up. So now he's thinking about that.
Assuming the guard's coming with you. You're not.
Well, if I have a slide side, I'm talking about clean. We have 4 down front. We got a guy we got a shade and a 5, and he's the 5.
This is your chess match.
This is my chess match.
But now we're taking the linebacker, walking him over to demand the short side goes to the other side. Now
Okay.
It's just one-on-one.
Then I'm going to make him beat me laterally, not vertically.
Okay.
So I would jump set him immediately, and then the next set I would do a 45-degree angle, and I would make him go inside so I can wash him down to the back of somebody because he'll trip and I can give him a dump. Now it's mental warfare taking place.
I would say this. I would say that we would have to somehow, with the use of AI, bring your prime self versus Ruben right now and see what that looks like. Right now, today, Ruben Bain all day, brother. Just he's got a lot of power.
How are you coaching a tackle to approach a Ruben
I think
Bain?
that's a great strategy right there. You have to be aggressive, you know, because if he gets his second and third step in the ground, watch out. Like his power, like his numbers in the weight room, if you had the metrics that are insane. Like the way he comes out of his hips. And have you seen him like without a shirt? He looks like something.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
I haven't. I don't know about you. I'm
he's
into
like
the physical nature of a
he's
of a man.
He's
him like Mo the backer number one.
He's a
buddy.
Yeah, those guys have really built themselves into. Those are mature, like physical, like stout dudes, man. Him and Mesidor, they just explode through people. If you watch them, a lot of the stuff was discombobulating people where they couldn't get their bearings about them after the initial collision, so they couldn't refit a hand or that inside foot gave way, opened up. So, great stuff. It's great stuff talking technique and strategy when going against defensive line. That's important. We do that a bunch with our guys one-on-one.
I'm gonna make a statement so that you don't have to answer the question. I just want to know if you agree with me or not. I think it's bullshit that people are knocking Ruben Bain on the length of his arms, and that violence is violence, and you can have shorter arms or longer arms, but at the end of the day, you still have to stop it.
Yeah, whoever is trying to, I think maybe people create narratives to try to jockey their way in a position to draft him.
Yeah.
Because we've been open practices to the NFL all year, every single year. And everybody that comes in says that's the baddest son of a gun they've seen, him and Mesidor. That they're the two best edges out there. Because not only do they do that in the passing game, they absolutely knock people back in the run game and set edges like nobody else. So all the feedback and all the conversations I've had with the higher-ups from the NFL think that these two guys are the absolute best. And they've proven it against the best offensive lines.
The photo of him at Pro Day with his like nose essentially grazing the turf, that level of bend, it's terrifying.
Yeah, him, you know, in practice when he'd get in that mood, like he just wants to kill you.
Yeah.
Trying to block him was like insanely hard. But then you have Francis Minot on the other side, who's another Jurassic Park one, right?
Yeah.
And those two guys was like, man, just incredible physicality, great technique, and level of competitiveness, because they would always seek each other out. There's not a day that went by that they didn't seek each other out for one-on-ones. They never avoided each other. It was awesome. And so they've set a great standard for those young guys.
That's awesome. We have one final question. It's our Bud Light question. You know how people would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. What would Coach Cristobal do anything for?
Can't say family.
Can't say family.
Can't say family.
Can't say family, church, anything like
No,
that.
no. Religion, politics, family, out.
Yeah.
We're at the dinner table. We're at the dinner table.
It's simple.
Yeah.
1-0.
Oh,
Nothing gets in the way of 1-0, brother.
I love it.
Nothing.
Because you are kind of just boring.
Yeah, that's what you want.
But you know what? It's I hope you enjoyed your time here at Miami. I hope you got a feel for the people. You know what we're working and striving to do, and I know anytime you guys are back this way, man, come on down. You know, this is how we practice, and then the training sessions in the summer are epic as well because it gets really humid outside. That's our bonus. That's our advantage. You know, we get to train in that crazy humidity all summer, and it helps us get better and better. And you know, you got a lot of good people here, man. But they'd be Coach Mirabal, and then he'd love to Coach Heatherman. He'd love to get with you and, you know, talk some ball and chop it up some. But know that you guys, you know, got a home down here in Miami.
Coach, it's been awesome, and all the people, the staff, the way everybody's treated us, A+, first class. Awesome. It's been unbelievable. Very excited that we got to come here.
We're honored to have you guys here and really appreciate you guys taking the time to be with us down here. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you for everything.
You got your jerseys coming too.
Yeah.